a time of our lives. We all keep together, timeless now and then. This is a time of our lives. Unity, we find a way. Now go together, screaming on the sidelines. Go together, right down to the finish line. This is a time of our lives. Unity, we find a way. Outside of the madness, rising from the ashes, tremble of the sacred flame. We all here together, timeless now or never. Different yet we're all the same. Facing go together, screaming on the sidelines. Go together, right down to the finish line. Go together, ready for the countdown. Unity, we find a way. This is a time of our lives. We all keep together, timeless now and then. This is a time of our lives. Unity, we find a way. Now go together, screaming on the sidelines. Go together, right down to the finish line. This is a time of our lives. Unity, we find a way. The fire and the flame ignites the crack. We all gather here on the stage. The glory and the fame, moment of the gates. Hand in hand we carve out our names. Facing go together, screaming on the sidelines. Go together, right down to the finish line. Go together, ready for the countdown. Unity, we find a way. This is the time of our lives. We all keep together, timeless now and then. This is the time of our lives. Unity, we find a way. Now go together, screaming on the sidelines. Go together, right down to the finish line. This is the time of our lives. Unity, we find a way. Now get up and get down. Now get up. This is the time of our lives. We all get together, time is now or then. This is the time of our lives. Unity, we find a way. Now go together, dancing on the sidelines. Go together, right up to the finish line. This is the time of our lives. Unity, we find a way.
We're straight out of Frisco, the Bay. The city, the home of the brave. When we're up all day and night, goes right into the city, that's how we ride. When it feels so good, doesn't matter if it shines or rays from the other side.
We outside, this is Frisco, born to die. Cruising in my 6'4", top down, let's ride. I recognize the hustle, never stop the grind. High on life in the bay, that's the best vibe. Oh mother brave, frog creeping in like a ghost. Rise and shine, baby, taking every day slow. And they can never hold me down, I always rise up. It's 415, hold me till my time's up. I'm on a mission, from Fillmore straight to the point. Gotta keep it steady, baby, keep the groove on the point. Yeah, that I mean, I'm out here living my dreams. Looking up to me like I'm an OG, and so it seems. But day ones know I'm trying to get by, living every day, watching time fly. It's no surprise, this is Frisco, get with the times. Ghost riding in the street lights, chasing the night, let's ride.
We're straight out of Frisco, the Bay. The city, the home of the brave. When we're up all day and night, goes right into the city, that's how we ride. When it feels so good, doesn't matter if it shines or rains from the other side.
Yeah, you know it feels good good, making the stacks. Ladies see me in the whip, wanna hop in the back. It's all good, baby, baby, look at me now. I made my mama so proud since I got out. I rep the bay like I got these rocks in the chain. Get stupid every day, never tell me to change. We just wanna kick it, always looking for fun. Take it slow, rolling low with my day ones. Making ends meet with the homies, playing the fools. Doing what we gotta do to stay cool. And gotta keep the bass bumping, cause it's Cali love. And all the money feels good when we count it up. It's a West Coast living, Frisco chillin'. No other city in the world gives me the same feeling. And nothing else seems worth all these busy nights. When I'm riding Bay Bridge through the city lights. Roll with me now, Frisco.
Okay, my mic was dead as fuck. Cool. I think we're good now. I think we're good now. Actually, it's 2025. Hello. Welcome in, TTT. Welcome in, Pedro. And welcome in, Ethan, as well. Muted. Yes, I just got that fixed. Bad goldfish. Also, welcome in. Yeah, so I got Restream working, I think. So hopefully that's fine. I still need to fix up some issues, specifically pertaining to can you read this chat or no? It doesn't matter. It's fine. I'll figure it all out later. It's okay. It's fine. Like the one on the screen, right? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I gave myself an hour to figure it out and I didn't completely, so we'll see. Why is reverse so fucking loud? Dear lord.
Tiredness caught up with me.
Is reverse's volume fine on your end? It's peaking on my OBS. Let me crank that down a little bit. Welcome in, Excalibur. Alright. What are we doing today? We're doing 37's Anecdote. And then if we have, wow, the delay on YouTube is crazy. The delay on YouTube is actually just dumb as hell. And it's not, I can't do anything about it. It's just YouTube. It's just YouTube being stupid. Yeah, I mean, Twitch doesn't have delay for some reason, which is fantastic, but also, why? Why can't YouTube be like that? Alright, let's just get to it. Yep. We might do, what's his name? White Rum as well. Depends on how long this one takes. Hey, Mask, welcome in, welcome in. After 0 new numbers, the young attendees sit around a round table and discussing a chilling topic. Excuse me. I mean, there would be a delay because internet connection is not absolutely fast. Yeah. But also, like, Twitch's delay is significantly less. It's only like 5 seconds or something, where YouTube is just like 30 seconds. It's really annoying. 37's Anecdote is about 2 hours. Alright, in that case, we're definitely not getting to White Rum. Or if we are, we're not going to be finishing White Rum. Near corn artist draws there. Who's the artist? After 0 new numbers. Alright. I'm hoping this chat is actually capturing everyone's stuff. Alright, now let me get a good look at this thing. So the special exhibition area is located in Zone C. It looks like we need to take this path to get there. I just can't believe I'm finally getting to see the stone with my own 2 eyes. What stone?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember those critics on TV calling it a hoax. Let's see what they have to say for themselves now. Illyria okay, I've never heard of her. Them? Him? I don't know. The Laplace Museum, a place rich in history and heritage. For a long time it has been silent, but now it buzzes once more with shuffling feet and whispered curiosity. So this is the promotional poster for their special exhibition.
Brilliant!
I like the simple geometric lines. Their arrangement is just right. 3 young people sit at a round table in the museum's refreshments area. One of the girls, dressed in a peculiar, flowing robes, draws curious glances from passers-by. However, her eyes do not budge. They are fixed on the poster in her hand. Its title reads, Laplace Museum's Special Exhibition, the Miracle Stone from 4.5 billion kilometers across the cosmos. This anecdote is the first time I've actually read an anecdote. Oh, okay. What'd you think about it? Was it good? A small area circled at the bottom reads Special Star of Wonder themed ice cream, available during exhibition only. Sorry for the wait, folks. Here's your ice cream. I don't think we waited too long, but thank you all the same. Come on now, you and your friends saved my shop. I owe you big time. The 2 other young people at the table also received their ice cream. Looks yummy, even better than the poster. I wouldn't usually eat this kind of thing. All the same though, I never thought things would turn out the way they did. Miss Miller told me she considers the survival of her ice cream shop to be the result of your hard work, but I still don't know the whole story. This story feels like a second part of Ezra's story, really. Because, I mean, Ezra's story, he wasn't even really, like, present in his own story, right? It was mostly just the other Laplace members. I wish those were voiced. I wish they were voiced too. I wish everything was voiced, honestly. They did so well. And then there's Miss 37.
I know.
Everyone at the computing center has been talking about you. They say you're a brilliant mathematician. I'm honored to finally be meeting you in person. Please, there's no need for formalities. You can call me 37, and I'll call you Ezra, if that's alright. I've heard a lot about you too.
Your number.
But for now, we'll have to deal with my dumbass voice. You're precisely as I thought you'd be. Your real and imaginary parts are neat numbers, not that I dislike that at all. I've never had an imaginary number for a friend before. Humans, right. Imaginaries are humans. Imaginary numbers, like the one Descartes proposed in the 17th century. You'll get used to it. I had no clue what she was saying when I first met her. To be honest, half the time I still don't. I'm sure that must be an interesting story. I still have some time before my lecture. I'd like to hear it if you'd like.
Sure.
Certainly. I think we should start with my theorem that our heads in tangent... What? That our heads in tangent with the table.
I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Good.
I warned you. Mesmer Jr. sighs. She'd rather just finish her ice cream in peace, but it seems the task of telling the story sensibly has been forced upon her. Bro's gonna bust when he watches DKs. Oh god. Well, it all started with an old classmate, Burton. It was all because of her that I got mixed up with 37, and a series of peculiar events followed. This really is just like Ezra's, isn't it? They're all gonna do their own like little mini-story, I'm assuming. Mesmer Jr. begins her tale in times rewound to 3 days ago. This is a story about a museum, ice cream, distant stars, and numbers. Bobby Laplace. Prepare to get math. We're always getting math when it comes to 37, come on. What was she thinking? Do I look like a babysitter? I'm fairly certain 37 is the same age. We even use this kind of thing nowadays. The therapist looks down at the scroll in her hand, like something out of ancient Greece.
Nothing.
It's none of my business. Excuse me, I'm looking for someone here from the Foundation. She came to headquarters for advanced training.
That's right.
Incredible, so that was the right value. What was that? This particular self-absorbed target for her inquiries is not the best choice, but then, finding a normal researcher at Laplace is never a simple task. With the lobby uncommonly empty today, it seems there is no better option available. I said, I'm looking for someone here from the Foundation. She came to headquarters for advanced training.
I don't know.
Do I look like a receptionist? Go ask someone else. I don't have time for... Hang on. You're looking for 37 too. In both number and name, it seems they're both looking for the same figure and that they're not alone. On 37, nothing isn't hard. It is certified cute. Yes, but also, I don't know half the things she said, I'll be honest with you.
Huh?
Yes, I'm looking for a girl named 37. The researcher's eyes widen, a fear response. Oh. No. No. He begins moving towards the hallway as fast as his uncoordinated noodle-like limbs will carry him. I was here first. You get behind me. Wait your turn. He runs off. As the echoing of his footsteps fades from the lobby, the lone therapist is left standing there, bewildered.
What?
What? Hallway Laplace. What's going on here? Researchers are spread across the corridor like an outbreak of gray-coated mold. Some are locked in heated discussion, while others sprawl out on the floor or lean against the walls, writing, notating, and sketching out figures and graphs. All of them enthralled in the kind of manic frenzy Mesmer Jr. recognizes but certainly does not condone. It was good, sorry to lay it. Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
So that's why the lobby is so empty today. Emptier than usual, anyways. She pauses there a while as a constant stream of researchers clutching their papers rush into the room at the end of the hall, or go running off out of it, waving their seemingly solved problems.
That's awesome.
106 is harder because of shadow reference to Greek as esoteric texts like Pythagorean tempering, but yeah. Really 6? I thought 6's story was relatively straightforward. She's got it. That girl really is a genius.
Insanity.
This place never changes. Egghead scientists losing their minds at the slightest provocation. Fortunately, the researchers, glued as they are to their place in line, take no notice of her. She takes a deep breath and heads to the room at the end of the hallway. Oops, did I skip something? No, I didn't. Piles of paper and scattered geometric models almost bury the entire desk, and the small office is crammed with researchers, packed like jittering cans of liquefied anxiety. They wave their papers in the air, surrounding the desk like hungry glaucus. 37, look at this. I calculated it using the method you suggested last time. Here's the new data. But now a new problem's cropped up. 37 mentioning imaginary numbers made me look at more into them. I have no idea what imaginaries are. I know it's like the root of a negative number, right? I don't know what that actually means. I want to see 6 interact with LSAC members. 6 is more like normal though, right? Like, I'm sure he would be able to cope. I'm not done yet. Wait your turn. I've been waiting all day, you buffoon. Swallow your pride and just accept 37's algorithm is simpler than yours.
What?
Tosh, dribble and baloney. Let's just look closely.
So gross.
What kind of mess have I walked into now? This place is a battlefield in egghead hell. The therapist draws a sharp breath, pulling her head out of the chaotic abyss. Personally, I'd be more inclined to employ the metaphor of valiant heroes catapulting themselves into a courageous confrontation to earn the favor of their goddess. X. After the initial surprise of hearing the familiar voice, Mesmer resumes her usual indifferent expression. If you use electricity, you use a consequence of imaginary numbers. I have no idea what that even means. Imaginary number is a number that, when squared, results in a negative number. Yeah, I figured, like, I know that much from what I remember from school. I have no idea what that's actually supposed to mean or why it's applicable anywhere, if I'm being honest. Do you intend on becoming one of these heroes? Rather than genuflecting to win the favor bestowed by this goddess, I intend only to extend an invitation her way, to join me in spectating a sumo wrestling match.
But
However, encountering a friend here, that's you, Mesmer, I must admit I have indeed been taken quite by surprise. I can take you to be the type to enjoy these gory spectacles. Even when faced with challenges, you lean towards resolving them independently. Oh. The papyrus scroll cradled in the brunette's arms is an obvious clue. The young researcher may excel at constructing complex systems, but he is just as adept at circumventing obstacles and distractions to find the truth. What is this the timekeeper's doing? She certainly knows how to use people to get what she wants. They're using physics and complex mathematics. I mean, yeah. I just meant, like, as a concept, right? Like, what they're actually supposed to represent in, like, the real material world. I have no idea. Did I read this? At times she was hurrying down the hall on the phone with some unknown party. She always seemed so busy. We use complex numbers to calculate electronic stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so just electronics and stuff. And physics. I'm on my way. I'll be there soon, Mesmer Jr. Burton. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has issues understanding them. I mean, like, I understand them at the level of they are the square of, or the root of a negative number, right? But also, like, what they actually mean. What they actually represent and stuff, you know? Like, what does that look like? What is that in, like, reality? You know what I mean? I must say, I'm actually glad to see you. I have a favor to ask of you. It can't be real, right? Exactly. It's an imaginary number. It can't be real. Hey, Ryder, welcome in. How are you tonight? The busy star of the Foundation makes a request to deliver an important letter on her behalf to a colleague training at the computing center. They have this thing these days called Curator Express.
No.
That's why we call it imaginary, yeah? I mean, yeah. It's in the name, right? I'm afraid Carbuncles won't be able to confirm what's going on with 37 for me. She said that she's fine, but she's never left her island before, so I worry that her fine may not really count as fine. I was hoping you might help confirm just how fine she is now, as the most trustworthy person I know at the computing center. Now amusing. She seems to have forgotten what transpired in this very hallway, but Mesmer Jr. knows that's impossible. This is a trap? Psychological manipulation? A true gesture of goodwill, or perhaps... She should have said no.
I
Really don't know
understand.
why she insisted on asking me. We use it in calculation because of its property. Right. I'm assuming it does stuff in calculations that you just can't do with regular numbers. Like, that's the whole point, right? That's my assumption.
And
I have always trusted her judgment, particularly when it concerns people. Mesmer Jr. doesn't wish to dwell on that topic. Her eyes reach for the room down the hallway. Risk Keeper strikes again. Risk Keeper's always striking. What do you mean? She never stops striking. Anyway, how would you describe things around here? Burton leaves this girl with you for a second, and now it looks like she's being eaten alive. How long has this been going on? Imagine if two events are completely independent from each other but have the same root of causality. The calculation is basically locked behind complex numbers and therefore imaginary numbers. Two events are completely independent but have the same root of cause. So they are at the same time separate but the same. Since the day she arrived at the computing center, do you recall the problem Baird left on the blackboard to the left of the lobby over a year ago? The one no one could solve. That girl passed by during her first day perambulations, and 2 seconds later, bam, she had the answer all chalked out. Since then, this hallway has become the rowdiest strip in the entire LSCC. Mesmer Jr. looks at the researchers coming and going, a frown growing more evident on her face.
Oh, please.
There are researchers from every department here. Are you telling me that this one girl has insights into every field of research compelling enough to cause all this? It's impossible. Welcome to electricity. You know what, man, I'm just gonna let it power my lights and shit. I don't need to understand it. Screw it. Oh, no, that's not it. She's barely aware of most of our research. All she deals with is mathematics. Mathematics. She repeats the word. Of course, I've heard that that island was a hotbed of math geniuses.
that's right.
Exactly. Just as dear old Leonardo pointed out long ago, mathematics is the foundation of all sciences. But most people have failed to grasp this universal truth. But this girl is not like most people. She doesn't know anything about chemistry, astronomy, or physics. But she can solve any single... She can solve any single one of their problems if she can reduce it to a mathematical problem. I'm not overstating her abilities here. There's yet to be a math puzzle she's encountered that's eluded her computational comprehension. Really, she does all that with just mathematics. I, too, harbored reservations until I observed it in action. Maybe I could offer an example for your elucidation. The original progenitors of mathematics employed a fascinating sexagesimal numeric system, yet this is not the most extraordinary aspect of their knowledge. The most remarkable aspects was that their frameworks lacked both the notion of zero and of decimals, yet they still managed to produce accurate results. The pinnacle of our most advanced arcanum pales in comparison to the skills demonstrated by that remarkable girl.
Oh, please.
I always considered electricity just some magic power that made things work. Exactly, right? It's just like how magnets work or how planes fly. We don't actually know. That's not a real thing. It just works. Exaggerating as always, I see. We both know how they did it. Mesmer may not enjoy drawing attention to her intellect the way her peers do, but there is no doubt that she belongs among them. Any technology advanced enough that we do not understand how it works is basically... Yeah, exactly. Right. You show a caveman a phone and they'll probably just like kill you or something. 1, 10, 100, and 0.1 all represent 1 when written in their method, whenever they needed to use this number in their calculations. Like if they wanted to multiply it by 100, in theory they end up stuck with no way to proceed. Planes aren't a real thing. Exactly. Planes? Nah, man. You don't need a plane because the Earth is flat, right? Just walk places, damn. Since they used cuneiform symbols, but not the actual numbers they represent, they had no way of knowing what numbers the symbol stood for.
But
Back then, people thought medicine was just witchcraft. I mean, yeah. Considering what they did for medicine, like, at certain points, it basically was, right? You know they used to submerge people in mercury just to cure them of the plague? It didn't work. Well, I guess it did because it killed them, but still. In their abstract mathematical world, whether the answer was 100, 1,000, or 10,000, ultimately, by following the same rules, they'd arrive at the same answer. 1. I just still don't understand how a CD or a vinyl can store information. Magic. It's just magic. Fuck it. The therapist shakes her head. There's nothing magic about it. Alright, thanks, Mesmer. Thanks for that. Please step aside. Sorry, today's Q&A session is over.
Don't do this.
Don't do this. By what right do you think you've got a monopoly on 37's time? This is a travesty. All of Laplace will suffer, you hear? You're holding back global... Okay, come on. Global scientific progress. She slams the door. Why is it autoing? Global scientific progress will have to wait. Alright now. Mesmer Jr. clears a path to the desk. Beneath the desk, next to a chair rendered an impromptu bookcase due to the pile of paper stacked on it, hides a hair of tangled, light-colored hair. So, it can be proven that when n is greater than 2, there are no positive integer solutions. This proof is correct, but his method is different from ours. Incredible. The fucking slum that is known as Enigma's lab. Yeah, they just... Yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure there's some order to it, right? Magic and science is the same thing if you think about it. I mean, basically, right? Like, it's just... We don't know how it works, it just works. It is force auto if there's no character on the screen as far as I know. Is that how that works? Damn. Is that just the first one? Holy... Okay, I can see why this would be 2 hours long. I thought 8 or 10. It's only 8, okay. Platonic solids. A beautiful hypothesis, though unattainable, the heart yearns for it.
oh,
Yes, this proof is flawless, and even better, it's correct.
why?
Why didn't anyone on the island realize there was another way? I need to note this down. We'll definitely want to know about this. Hello, 37. Sorry to interrupt. How regrettable. This hypothesis was so intriguing, yet ultimately untrue. It's always a heartbreak to disprove an elegant theory. The conjecture regarding planets and platonic solids was similar. It was so perfect, everyone wished it might be true, but it wasn't. The girl beneath tangled hair is absorbed in her own world. Perhaps it's just her imagination, but there is a trace of melancholy in the girl's voice. But who could feel sad over a mathematical proof? There must be some perfect order, a function through which all things can be predicted. We just haven't found it yet. Any fictional stories with hard magic is basically fantasy science, right? Exactly, because it all, like, with hard magic, it's like, there are rules, right? And with rules, you can more or less deduce how to make things happen, why they happen, and that sort of thing. And you have soft magic systems, you're like, alright, shit just happens. Error, then, doesn't really mean failure. Within each failure may lie the key to the truth.
Oh,
Yes, that must be it. A dull thud. An expected result.
Look!
That is why children are usually not permitted to play underneath tables. Perhaps you should consider utilizing your chair for its intended purpose, 37. I probably should have asked before, but why exactly did you follow me in here? Oh, don't be like that. I didn't say anything about carelessly abandoning my previous intention of extending an invitation to our computational celebrity to partake in spectating a muscle-bound sparring combat. Jesus, man, use commas. When it comes to X, the more long and nonsensical words he puts in a sentence, the more likely he's trying to hide something. Magic is just unexplained science, exactly. So true. Wait, Zomzy, welcome in, welcome in. So true, actually. I didn't even know you could use other people's emotes. That's crazy. Thinking of, I really want the devs to explain some general stuff about arcane magic in reverse. It's Gnosis, man. That's their entire explanation. Oh, come on. But prying the truth from him would be effort she'd rather not waste. She's better off ignoring him. Hello, hello. You can on Twitch. Oh, like the quotes, yeah, or the emotes, yeah. I did not know that. Goldbrick Machine, Boys, Shakespeare. He's one small spore of gray mold left in the room, that's all. Are you okay? You can if you have a sub. Oh, so it's like a paid thing? Subs on Twitch are paid, right? I don't use Twitch. I barely use Twitch. I'm fine.
Essentially.
If we consider my head to be a circle and the edge of the table is a straight line, then no matter where I actually hit it, at the moment of collision, my head was only briefly tangential to the table. Tangents. Yeah. Either X has a thing for crazy girls or wants to monopolize 37. It's almost certainly the latter. Might as well ask Todd Howard's, it just works. The magic system. The magic system. Yeah, Todd Howard. The paid, yes, okay, yeah. I figured. That makes sense then. It's kind of like Discord where you can bring in emotes from other servers. Not intersecting, not separate, but in tangent. This is a very good positional relationship. In the center of the circle, my head's ideal model center, a line through the tangent point, must be perpendicular to the table. See, I don't understand a goddamn word this woman's saying. The sine of 90 is 1. 90 degrees is 1. The cosine is 0, and the tangent is infinity. There's no better angle than 90 degrees. So I'm totally fine. It doesn't hurt at all. I don't think that's how that works. Fine. In truth, her peculiar explanation, coupled with the tears welling in her eyes, is not at all that convincing. You're a new face. It's an odd way to get across the question. Most might say, who are you, or some other politesse. I've never heard that word used before. But then this girl is not most people.
What's the next question?
What numbers have you brought me? Let's have a look at your problem. She extends her hand to the therapist. It appears this is the protocol she's established with the Glaucus from earlier. The number I've brought is 6. Oh. Damn. She's pulling out the 6. She places the papyrus letter in the girl's palm. 6.
Perfect number.
Yes, 6 is a good number, a familiar number. There was one point of contact, hence tangential, yeah. She said her head is circle-shaped. Roughly circle-shaped, I suppose. I mean, that's not exactly a circle, but hey. 6 is a good number, a familiar number. What kind of proof do you wish to make with this number? The girl's mathematical babbling slows as she gazes deeply at the papyrus scroll in her hand, lost in contemplation.
Nothing.
I don't have a problem. Should have been a sphere. Oh, right. Because a circle is 2D, duh. Damn. She's flat as hell. This is a letter from someone named 6. Burton asked me to give it to you.
Oh!
Burton, and 6. Her eyes light up. She grabs the outstretched scroll and unties it in a flurry of movement. She's looking in 2D, yeah. Let's see what 6 wrote. First question, are you getting used to life over there?
No problem.
Actually. I am indeed. Meals are delivered to me daily through an intriguing pneumatic tube system, and they don't serve me any beans. This allows me to focus on my research without any distractions. I would like them to make a book where they explain things about their world. That would be, yeah, like some sort of lore building or world building or lore book. That'd be really cool. And sell for $120. I mean, that's just how it goes, right? They could go with the Honkai background and just give them out for free, but they need to be a lot bigger for that. Have you gotten sick? No, I'm in good health, though without Sophia to comb my hair, it has gotten a bit matted. But that's alright, I just cut out the parts I can't untangle, wow. Okay. Have I learned anything new? Yes, I've learned so many new things and built up a collection of newspaper clippings I plan on sending back to the island. To who, man? There's no one on the island anymore except for 6. My research. Well, I've gathered a lot of numbers and solved many problems, and
then...
Actually, she's 2D to us. I mean, yeah, she's just breaking the fourth wall, man. Don't even worry about it. The girl stares at the letter in her hand, falling silent. Something wrong. To be honest, I don't think my research is going well at all.
I think.
My hypothesis was that if I ventured to the world beyond the island, I might encounter many more numbers than before. I theorized that so long as I obtained enough numbers, no matter how complex the function, I could graph it and calculate its formula, or at least obtain the clues necessary to solve them. She looks aside. In geometry, any two or more objects in contact area by definition tangential to each other, so the position of her head and table were tangential when bumping. I figure that's the case. It's just one point of contact, right? 6 is left with some contingent follows. That's right. 6 and his 66 jars of honey. There are some people, but not many, yeah. I know they mentioned a couple were still alive. Don't know what they're doing over there, but hey. Numbers are the keys to the truth. Yet at some point, 6 went to San Francisco, because as far as I know, skins are supposed to be canon, so I don't know how that works. Numbers are the key to the truth, I must decipher them. The girl says the word with absolute conviction.
What?
Mathing, I assume. Yeah, I mean, what else can they do, really? You just gotta rebuild, I guess. The truth is that the topic of your research. Yes. The response comes without the slightest ambiguity. Last time I failed. I got the answer, but I was too slow, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't complete, and bad things happened. That's why I need to find a better answer. A more complete truth, then the bad things won't happen again, and everything will function as it should, in the most ordered manner. Motherfuckers denying F equals MA. So research is being stalled because of the restrictions of movement by Laplace. Yeah, that and everyone's coming to her for help. I read somewhere that the 2.0 skins are cosplays of video game characters. That makes sense. Like, otherwise why would Spathadia be in, like, her diver suit? But that does still mean 6 had to have come to San Francisco at some point. She says it all with such sincerity that, as bizarrely grandiose as it sounds, Mesmer knows the girl is completely serious. But how could she even begin to evaluate such an overly ambitious goal? Before she can respond, the girl lowers her head. I've run into a problem. I've encountered many more numbers, but I still can't decipher the functions at work behind them. It feels like... Oh, are you familiar with hopscotch? The kids' game. Yes, Sophia taught me how to play it. I think my situation is a bit like hopscotch. I think maybe 37 faces a writer's block. That does seem to be the case, like she's not able to move forward with her research. And all these other other researchers coming to her are just kind of like distractions and stuff. And consider skins to be funny at most, to be honest. I suppose, I don't know if it was ever stated that they were canon. I'd have to look into it, I don't know. I always assumed they were, especially since we got like the Digger skin and stuff. The name is totally unfamiliar to her, but the girl seems unaware, even of the need to explain that much. She lowers her gaze and takes a step forward on the laboratory floor. That means A Knight is Chinese at some point. That's true. No, oh god, there was a special explanation for the Shori skins. I can't remember what it was, though. It was Verton's dream. All of Shori was Verton's dream, right? Like, it never actually happened. I mean, it did happen, but, like, the events that we witnessed are technically part of Verton's dream. He did wander from 778 AD to 1999, that is true as well. What's her research anyway? The origin of the storm? I believe her research was the truth behind the storm. Like, what it actually is. She lowers... Uh-oh, hang on. Are we still online? This shit is, like, freezing on me. Alright, let me know if the stream is still going. My thing froze a little bit on this end. She lowers her gaze and takes a step forward on the laboratory floor. I'll pause for a bit, actually, just to make sure. 37's new skin had some post-Chapter 7 voice lines. Still live. Okay, good. I don't know, for some reason Restream just kind of crapped out. It's fine. In Imrolux, a real plant is mentioned that gives them strength. In reality, it's a parasitic and poisonous plant. I think a chapter with their plants would be interesting. Or just a whole ecology book, I think, would be really nice. just because they give us so much like information on the critters and like the world and like the plant, even like the plants, right? The picrasmetry and stuff. Like they could make a whole lore book easy. We online YouTube. Okay, cool. I have time to learn a new language and become a Chinese soldier. It's like what, 1500 years ish. Yeah. She lowers her gaze and takes a step forward on the laboratory floor. Huh. See, numbers can be found within all things. So now I'm currently in this square.
Okay, I got it.
Sure. As far as she can see, there are no squares on the floor. What does she mean by numbers can be found within all things? And behind the numbers lies the path to the truth. But... The girl looks at the floor in front of her, shaking her head. I can't see where the next square is drawn, so I'm stuck here, unable to move forward. I understand. She doesn't understand at all. A part of her wishes you could say, I'll keep trying, I'll be leaving now. But as she watches the girl who was so exhilarated reading the letter and now appears so despondent, she cannot bring herself to say it. You see, that's the why of it. The therapist's glance signals for the mold behind her to remain silent. I'm not sure of the specifics, but it looks like you've hit a block. This is very normal. I'm sure nearly everyone in the computing center has been in your shoes before. Do you mean it? Everyone here has been through the same thing. This is the first time I felt so hopeless. Up until now, even if I didn't have the answer right away, I never felt upset about it. Mr. Roland was... I have no idea how to read that. Not even a little bit. I don't really understand it. The experienced artificial somnambulism therapist needs only a glance around the room to identify the problem. Closed windows, dusty corners, disorganized files, a blanket thrown on the sofa, and stainless steel pneumatic food delivery cans scattered all over the place. When was the last time you went outside?
Huh?
That's strange. I can only provide an approximate value, nothing precise.
Got it.
Thought as much. Listen, maybe you could go out with your... Oh no, Mesmer, please. The fumble. Mesmer Jr. holds back the second half of her sentence. She knows something of the girl's background. She left her home and came to the computing center alone to carry out her research. With everyone from Team Timekeeper preoccupied with other tasks, 37 most likely doesn't have any friends to go out with.
Maybe I should...
Perhaps you could go out for a walk or something. Her professional ethics demand that she offer this non-committal, all-purpose suggestion. They need to hire a personal cleaner for 37's room. 37 just needs a caretaker, right? Because that was Sophia this entire time, and now she's gone. She cannot take care of herself, man. This means at one point I could take a sniff at Campbell and DK's sweaty sport. I mean, if you were so inclined, you absolutely could have, yeah. You know, Luru Games, man. Her professional ethics demand she offer this non-committal all-purpose suggestion. A walk. The girl thinks for a moment, then nods. You make a good point. A walk might help me progress my research. It is a solid hypothesis, at least. Previously, when we needed inspiration, we might take a walk on the beach, or calculate the trajectory of seagulls while relaxing in the sun. The suggestion is accepted, but the girl still appears hesitant. Since Sophia defected, yeah. Perhaps I shouldn't let such trivial worldly concerns hold me back, but I discovered that there are no beaches nearby and no seagulls either. That's why I'm not all that enthusiastic about going out for a walk. Oh boy. Oh fuck. Let's go ahead and just, you know what, this person can stay for now. Hit the gym, little girl. Some people are blind to their own emotions. They disregard their own feelings and immerse themselves in solving other people's problems. This is true of one of her classmates and of the girl standing before her. Mesmer Jr. doesn't know much about 37, but she surmises the problem is not just an absence of sand and seagulls. Her work was over. She shouldn't even be here anymore. Maybe you could go somewhere else. You have any suggestions? Well, you could try a blind spot emerges. Mesmer is not quite skilled at relaxing either, damn. But by luck, the mold still growing silently in the room happens to be quite an expert in the field. Why is every story chapter just shitting on X? Like, every single one.
Looks like...
Ladies, it appears you might require some advice. Would you like to hear my 2 cents? Mesmer Jr. has so much understanding and patience for 37, was not expecting that dynamic. Professionals. Yeah. I part of it is just being professional. And also, I think, I don't know. She is a caretaker at the end of the day, right? She's a psychologist, whatever. Like, at some point, that comes out, I guess. I can't wait for Mesmer's anecdote. That should be the second half of this patch, right? I'm really looking forward to it. To be continued. Deviation. Those mischievous little things always arrive unexpectedly. Blue Hawk loves messing with their golden boy. Is X the golden boy, really? I feel like he hasn't shown up that often. Then again, I guess they don't have a lot of males to begin with, so, like, he just wins by default. And now, lucky me, I'm honored to serve as the escort for you 2 ladies. Because he just likes to put his efforts in a useless machine. Yeah, people are just kind of sick of his shit. You're late.
Sorry.
At least I'm not the last one we're waiting on. The 4th chair at the round table is pulled out. The young researcher sits himself with his characteristic smile. Sounds like you're expounding on our recent narrative. Ezra, my friend, can you deduce our current destination?
Too simple.
The question is simple, but as usual, we'll need a hint. We are currently within the domain of this function. Fuck, 37.
I
think I'm beginning to understand Miss 37's sense of humor. Gotta go have fun. Oh, good, I blanked. Jesus Christ. Have a good time, Domsey. Jeez. It's here, isn't it? The Laplace Museum. X is pretty up there in the favorite characters among Japanese players. Really? I did not know that. I didn't know he had that much of a fan base to begin with, like, at all. Oh, we're at Remit Cup. He released his initial designs. I saw those initial designs. I think some of them looked a lot better, honestly, than what we have now. I've heard of museums before. This place is like a number line marked with important points. We can't mark all the good numbers because they're infinite.
Brilliant!
But we can still pick some representative ones, so when we look at this number line, we can see their progress and relations. It's a good approach. They gave him infinite aura in his anecdote. They really did, didn't they?
Oh!
Like, man was in control that entire time. What's in this glass case? Is it some kind of metal ore? That's lepidolite. It contains metal, but we typically classify it as a rare earth mineral. People often confuse it with zircon, but I must assert there is a substantial difference.
What?
Am I tripping? Tripping on what, man? Did I do something? Wait, did I screw up? I wouldn't be surprised if X's fans are female players. He hits that somewhat young boy look and he wears shorts. That's fair. Actually, I can see that. I wouldn't be surprised if X fans are Americans. Everyone is sick of greedy CDOs. That's true. That, yeah, that, it's eerily close to that, isn't it? Saw an animation about Mesmer's story, and there were many recommended videos next to the video in which her story was analyzed. Oh, like Mesmer's, anecdote, you mean? Did they give us more, like, questions to answer about her? Or did they actually, like, give her some resolution? I thought you'd be more interested by the azurite adjacent to it. See that ethereal blue color? It typically captures the eye before its neighbor. All the crystals inside have three axes perpendicular to each other, but the lengths are not the same. It's not a perfect shape. This one is different. Look closely. If we took a cross-section, it would form a perfect square. The four faces of these crystals are symmetrical. Wait.
A perfect number.
And other designs were better, you tripping? Really? I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while, but I can remember thinking like one or two of them actually looked nicer than his current. I'd have to look again, though. Look at this, the crystals. There's no mistaking it. They're made of dodecahedrons and regular dodecahedrons at that. This mineral has the most perfect shape in this display case.
Thank you.
Do you want me to describe what appears in the animation? If you want, yeah. I mean, I don't really have a lot of frame of reference, but like as long as it's not a huge spoiler, I'm fine with it. What happened to Ms. Majura must have been a real sad backstory to make. A hit. And allow me to thank you on behalf of this garnet. In fact, I also have a fondness for this stone. An endearing appearance paired with peerless practicality. Have I mentioned I possess many small spheres of this material of varying sizes and cuts? Why? I often select one based on my mood. Observing those exquisite little objects roll on the tracks is a real delight. Oh, for his machines. I mean, you have a lot of perfect spheres. May I see your collection?
That's right.
Absolutely. I'm glad we share a similar interest in them. The smiling researcher looks at the young mathematician, pondering over her for a moment.
Looks like...
You've got a unique perspective on the exhibits here, but I think there are some others you'll find even more fascinating. Are you interested in the insect exhibition? I'd rather not know. I want to be surprised. That's fair, actually. Like, I don't know how big of a spoiler Mass is talking. Mass, maybe... I don't even know how you would tag that on YouTube. Are you interested in the insect exhibition? Do they have any weevils? I've heard that they contain a perfect representation of the golden ratio. The girl bounces towards the insect hall like a mint green balloon. Mesmer Jr. doesn't take part in their animated discussion about minerals, bugs, and geometry. He remains, as ever, a model visitor, quietly appreciating the exhibits and offering only occasional whispered thoughts. This place has changed a lot since the last time I was here. I don't remember any of these exhibits.
As far as I know...
Mass, keep the details. Yeah, I guess just to be considerate, Mass, maybe don't post it. After our mutual friend Ezra took the mantle of curator, he has exerted considerable effort into this place's development. The animation is dark, damn. I mean, I guess it is the Mesmers, that does make sense. He reconfigured the layout of the halls, increasing the number of exhibits by nearly half, and greatly expanded the range of the items on display.
Look!
Check out this golem dung, for example. Before Ezra, you'd never see something like this here, and at most, the exhibit's description would merely state that over 90% of rock golem dung is composed of rock. Not to disparage, but the old curators were the type to say, "Oh no, we can't have this sort of thing here. It's entirely inappropriate. Get that out of my display." How does Ezra have time to also be a museum curator? I don't even know what his main job is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I assumed he just grows mushrooms for fun, and that I can't imagine that takes too much time, right? But here it is, rocky golem dung, displayed in the world's finest museum. A literal exhibition of shit. That's really cool. Scanning over the new exhibits, Mesmer finds herself agreeing with her colleague for once. I heard the Laplace Museum's workload has doubled since the storm began. So much for a cushy, prestigious job. Now it's a real challenge. Well, you see, if you put your phones down for like ever, you will find yourself having a lot of time to do a lot. I suppose, but I mean, like, as researchers, you'd think they'd have more jobs besides just being a curator. Unless being the curator is like his primary thing, right? Each time the storm approaches, the museum's exhibits must all be moved to a safer location. Then, once the storm passes, there's the tedious task of taking inventory. Everything devolved into chaos after the storm. Painstakingly achieved results obliterated overnight. After living through it several times, it's difficult not to lose hope. But this place has been restored to life.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Ezra is passionate, inclusive, and pragmatic. Appointing him as curator was a right. A loud explosion interrupts her praise. Ezra's research focus on fungi. I know his focus was on fungi, but I remember him stating in 1.5 that it wasn't his primary goal, right? Like, he had another goal, he just happened to be doing fungi at that point.
What?
What was that noise? What's going on here? Something exploded. He is a tough kid, yeah. They put a kid in charge of the museum, man. They must be really just lacking in staff. In the office area at the rear of the museum, thick smoke billows from a room around the corner. Was that explosion part of an exhibit? I don't like it. No, I'm certain it wasn't. Climbing a mountain for research is shit. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, he's very driven. Amidst the confusion, a familiar figure emerges from the smoke, and Mesmer Jr. instantly sees red. Oh boy, who is it?
Ugh.
Oh. Forgot this one existed, I won't lie. Strong as hell human, yeah, actually, though. Medicine to cure all diseases. Was that his mission? Shit. Because I know he was climbing the mountain because this fucking guy asked him. No, he asked him to get the medicine so he could taste it, right? I knew the data was way off. These dumbasses must have volcano ash for brains. Fortunately, I came prepared. Try this on for size. The instigator mutters while pulling out a terrapin bulb, roughly stripping its leaves before tossing it into the smoky room. He's young, he has energy. I mean, yeah, as a teen you have a lot more energy, so it makes sense. I am here. Welcome in, Frank. How are you? Cure all diseases. How the hell Foundation gonna make money on cancer treatment then? Okay, like, they can't even fix Cristallo, come on. Humans are hella strong on reverse, yeah. I mean, they're definitely stronger than Arcanus, right? I know Ben Pocky Mesmer's always beefing with MP and official art. She really is. Like, these two do not get along. In a matter of moments, the room ceases to spew smoke into the air, much to everyone's relief. Ezra was trying to get a plan from his mother's store. Right, that's what it was. It was his childhood thing. I'm so done. Couldn't that heat-resistant layer have lasted just a couple more seconds?
Insanity.
And now I'm here. You're not done with me, you aren't. How about you explain why you're here and just what you think you're doing? Medpock had asked Ezra to get something for them. Yes, Medpock asked Ezra to get a specific plant that would treat humans but caused Arcanians to get sick. And Medpock wanted to check to see if that was true by eating it themselves. Because I guess that's how you do things here. Isn't it obvious? I'm making cupcakes, of course. Alright. Okay. Cupcakes. I do love cupcakes, especially with a cup of fresh brewed coffee.
So gross.
Stop joking around, Mesin Pocket. What were you thinking, bringing your insane experiments here? Does Ezra know about this? How in the hell? I just can't believe you. Mesmer Jr. has no patience for Medicine Pocket's less than reasonable excuses today. She feels the need to retract her praise for the new Laplace Museum curator. It's clear to see that the young man's overly generous attitude has opened the door to certain shameless individuals.
Keep away from me.
Fine. You know what? Do whatever you want. 37 about to bite X's head off. X hasn't done anything yet, I don't think. I don't think he has, at least. I don't remember the rules. He also collects plants for the museum. Yeah. Right, he's always off on his own thing. The therapist makes her decision. A wise, rational, responsible decision.
Follow me.
Medpock experiments on themselves because they don't want the dogs to be used as lab rats. Really? I don't... was that mentioned in his story? Damn. Or their story? Let's keep moving, 37. Just ignore this person and this unpleasant little episode and continue our tour of the museum. Of course, if the cupcake lover wants to stay behind, he's more than welcome to. You know, in the current year, this takes on a very different meaning. After all, sometimes you need to be careful about the company you keep, right, 37? He got that done himself. X just mentioned drinking coffee. Oh, beans, that's right. Shit, that's not good. Good morrow, fellow viewers. Welcome in, Kejuke Judays. I have no idea. Kejuke Judays, yeah. I think it was on my backstory. I haven't read their backstory in a while, so you're probably right. The mint green balloon she reaches for is gone, having floated over to the beagle.
Huh?
You mentioned the data being off. What data? May I examine it? A variety of horrible scenarios flashes through Mesmer's imagination. Of course, anything to do with numbers seems to carry a special allure to her companion.
Leave me alone.
First of all, who the hell are you? And second, what's it to you? Wait. Cute balloon floating around cutely. What do you mean by that? What happened? Did I do something? They sniff the balloon. They sniff the unfamiliar balloon up and down with curiosity.
Is that?
Oh, you're the one with the numbers for a name. I've heard of you.
Not rigorous.
Not rigorous. That's totally inaccurate. There are infinite sets of numbers in the world, but I'm 37. Just one number.
Uh-huh.
Fine, whatever. Just show me what you can do, number brain. Come on over here and take a look at this for me. Wow. The mint green balloon is whisked away by the beagle. The horror begins to feel real. Oh no. Oh dear.
Good.
I think it's about time you answered my question. What exactly are you researching? The story literally called 37 a blue mint balloon. Did I miss that? Oh, right. The mint green balloon she reaches for is gone and float over the beagle. I didn't even catch that. This therapist question is directed at the late arriving last participant of this ice cream roundtable. But the individual being questioned merely pulls out a chair, sits down, and starts devouring their ice cream with gusto, clearly unfazed by the accusation.
Hey.
She is pretty
stop
balloon-like. Yeah, she's kind of floaty, isn't she? She's not really tethered to anything. Don't forget that Medpoc wants to use critters for experiments. I remember that from the critter story. Mint green's just totally blue to me. Oh, I think they mean the flowers of the mint plant, because I know those are like the same-ish shade of blue that, at least some of them are. 37 is. I don't know. Why don't you exercise that big brain of yours and take a guess? If you can't figure it out, well, I guess you're gonna have to settle with the cupcakes explanation. I looked at Medicine Pocket's data. It seemed to be concerned with some kind of plant or maybe an insect. Sorry, I was only paying attention to the numbers.
That's right.
Medicine Pocket is trying to find a way to artificially cultivate Ophiocordyceps icarus, a precious herb that only grows in extreme volcanic environments with very limited annual yields. He killed one with a gun, did he? Oh, he did in the live stream. Local legends say it boasts miraculous effects and can even bring the dead back to life. Obviously, that is likely to be an exaggerated claim.
Research shows.
After examining the related records, we believe the herb's ethanol extract may have a powerful neural repair properties.
An extraordinary discovery.
If this can be confirmed, there may be a path to cure for many presently incurable neurological diseases. Think about the hope that could bring to people around the world.
Brilliant.
Sounds like a wonderful thing. I didn't know Medicine Pocket was doing such important research. They're definitely not.
That's right.
See, you misunderstood, Miss Mesmer. This isn't just some featherbrain scheme. It's a meaningful project with real value to civilization. That's why I allowed Medicine Pocket to perform their work here in the museum. The young museum curator is known for his sincere virtue. It's hard to remain indifferent when seeing things through his young eyes.
But
Who killed who with a gun? In the 1.9 live stream, when they were talking about the grandfather paradox, Medicine Pocket was talking about how they killed a critter with a gun, and then went back in time and tried to see if it would unkill the critter if they destroyed the gun or something. I forgot about the story, but yeah, that one. Medpoc killed Regulus with a gun. Do critters count as animals, or maybe Medpoc only cares about dogs being lab rats? I'm pretty sure it's just dogs. It feels like critters in this world, at least some of them, are more or less just magical animals, like fairly regular, you know? I think it's specifically dogs for Medpoc. Yeah, Medpoc cares only for dogs. But that's still no reason to allow explosions in the museum.
Hey, stop it.
First, don't misunderstand my intentions. I don't give a crap about some miracle cure. I just want to find out if this thing is as amazing as the legends say. And as for this little incident, you can blame those incompetent Sasquatches responsible for producing the local environment data. Their records are a mess. Could have done all this in a lab. You think I don't want to? I submitted my application, but that miserable old man's bureaucratic processing his request piled up to the Foundation's ceiling. The gun is made from the critter, right? I knew it had something to do with it, and if you, like, killed the critter, whether the gun would disappear or not. Burton called them being left out of Noah's Ark. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that could mean. Ophir cordyceps icarus only grows for a few months. If we miss this chance, we're gonna have to wait a whole year, and I won't wait that long. So I kicked open the old man's office, and then... and then you got kicked out. Happened to be passing by and witnessed the entire episode. Old man is Enigma, I'm assuming, or just someone completely unrelated.
Look.
Yeah, there you go, Hoffman. I must concede, Mr. Hoffman had a point. If everyone stormed into his office claiming their matter was more urgent than everyone else's and demanded his immediate assent, there'd be no end to the chaos. That's right, because Hoffman and Ulrich are kind of head of the class at this point, aren't they? That old geezer looks like a wilted gray knotweed, but he's pretty prickly. Man's not even that old. Leave me alone. However, as I recall, he did grant you permission. He said, figure it out for yourself. And then New Babel's Critter Rehab happened, yeah. Nice. And now Medicine Pocket just has free reign. So I figured it out. Medicine Pocket flashes a mischievous smile.
And you, my friend.
When you make it big, you have to help out the little guys. That's what good friends do, right? Besides, this museum is huge.
I reject.
I maintain my opinion. Anyway, just look. Our narrative's protagonists are now all present. When young researchers congregate, we envision it to spark some kind of chemical reaction, a guarantee of a bright future. But there is a minor issue. Our two friends here appear to have made a slight divergence in their problem-solving philosophies. Concern appears on the young curator's face. What happened? This is the answer. It doesn't match the numbers you entered into the device, so it went wrong. You need to adjust this number and you will reach the correct solution.
Huh?
Masked critters are cryptids and other monsters from legends. Yes, they are based on them, but in this world at least, some of them are... I mean, they're not really cryptids in this world anymore, right? Because they're known to exist. So technically they wouldn't be considered cryptids, I guess. Though I know some of them are considered, like, legendary or something. Adler mentioned Let's Go. Yeah, Adler. I wonder if he actually shows up. That's impossible. The draft paper is snatched away. This genius biological researcher who has produced several groundbreaking results in the field of Arcanum is no ordinary individual. After a moment, they look up. Guess what? You were right. However, a word indicating a turn spoken with a particularly firm tone.
And then...
You can't just say adjust a number and be done with it. The problem isn't solved yet. How do we actually make that change? This isn't just some adjustable parameter, it's the real world, kid. You mean it's a dependent variable in another function? No problem. Show me the formula. No, that's not what I mean. Come on, you can't talk about hard numbers and say, just change it. Why not? During my time at the computing center, many people came to me saying, 37, I don't understand why the data is like this. You understand the language of numbers. Tell me what they're saying. They're confused by data anomalies, but there are no unknown exceptions or inexplicable errors. No number is wrong. It's just that you simply haven't discovered the appropriate theorem to include it. The girl's face has no hint of pride. She says it as if stating an undeniable fact.
You haven't truly understood it.
If you're confused, then it's because you haven't yet discovered the real pattern. Has 37 showered once in her time here? I want to say yes, but like, we all know how she is, right? Like, surely there's no way. There's no Sophia around to tell her what to do. If you're confused, then it's because you haven't discovered the real pattern. I'd be happy to help, just like I helped the others. All present in the office hold their breath for a moment.
Ugh.
Wow. You sure have a big mouth for such a little girl. I think all the puzzles have answers and you can solve them just like that. Yes and no. There are so many puzzles in the universe. Even the first challengers couldn't solve them. Their attempts became the foundation for future attempts.
I
just think the problem at hand isn't so difficult that we need to leave it to our successors.
Great!
I gotta say, I haven't come up against a challenge quite as interesting as this in a long time. It's just a fragment of matters, exactly. That's probably what she said. The situation seems to be veering towards the chaotic until someone realizes it's time to intervene.
Fabulous.
Perhaps you two could calm yourselves and be a little more rational in your discussion. Especially you, Medicine Pocket. You know that 37 didn't mean it that way.
Huh?
What do you mean, especially me? You were standing right here. You heard what she said, right? She started it, so don't go picking on me. That's how people in the olden times would describe raccoons, yeah? The intervention has little effect, and the conflict seems to be escalating. Fortunately, there's another participant who has long been skilled at mediating conflict in his own way. Attention everyone, who would like some ice cream? All eyes turn towards him. You can't be serious, right?
Again?
Get bent.
Seriously?
You think I'm still in kindergarten?
Mm-hmm.
What's ice cream? His initial attempt ran into an unanticipated challenge, but he knows how to regain control. There's a shop in the refreshments area over there. My treat. The last two words have a predictable effect.
Good job.
Now you're in for it. I want the full works. With the first breaking of the ice and the first scoop of ice cream, things become easier. Dodecagram. Dots connect lines, lines move to form faces, no corner goes without an invitation. When we'll play for Professor Layton in the Miracle Mask with the 3DS by. Oh yeah, have a good time, have a good time. X is actually MVP here. I mean, he's the best mediator at this point. These are all, none of them are capable besides him. What the hell? Well, give me a moment, I want to check my wilderness, I need to check my trades. I want to get this done, like, ASAP. Okay, we'll target that. Damn. Can't make half this shit, man. Alright.
Raindrops are like transient thoughts. They fall into the ocean and merge.
We are on Dodecagram. Chapter's really wholesome. It really is. Like 37 learning. I don't know if she's learning, but she's definitely trying to be around other people.
Fine.
I want to make it completely clear that I'm not asking you to solve that freaking number problem. That's my job, and I'm confident I can solve it. Misunderstandings are cleared up, and cones are bitten through.
I have to remind you.
Can I just say this? You've got some serious tone issues you need to work on. Not everyone is as broad-minded as me, understand? Are you listening to me? The answer is no. The girl's attention is wrapped entirely on the ice cream being handed to her. Here you go, cutie pie. It's chocolate. Uh-oh. She holds a frosty sweet treat in her small hand, the refreshing chill brushing past her skin. Oh, this chapter specifically? Okay. It's beans. Cocoa beans.
Perfect number.
This is a perfect dodecagram. Why would it look like this? You
Got
mean... Oh, looking at the shape from above, right. Looks like someone's starting up again. I see it. So this is some kind of mold, isn't it? What a tasteful choice. Oh, she's drawing. I can see its shape. 4 equilateral triangles combined. So it can be represented by Schleifli symbol 12 of 4. This one. Finding a strange satisfaction with the ice cream shape, 37 speaks as she eagerly pulls out her notebook and pen and starts to write. Wonder 37 in a sugar rush? Oh, please no. Now that I think about it, carbuncles are similar to awakens in that they are garbage that comes to life. Are they? I thought they just ate garbage. I haven't looked into, like, the critter lore as much. Both notebook and pen are emblazoned with the Laplace logo. Everyone present has their own, but none have ever placed ice cream and star-shaped polygons side by side like this. Let's start with 12 of 1. We can't skip it, although 12 of 1 can be simplified to 12 so that it's actually a regular dodecagon.
And then...
Then there's 12 of 2, 12 of 3. 5 shapes appear on the paper. 37 labels each one with its Schläfli symbol and begins to evaluate them. 12 of 3 is too clumsy. 12 of 5 is too extreme. What the fuck am I looking at? And the equilateral triangle is the most stable, making the shape it forms the best of the 4 regular dodecagramms. What is the difference between each dodecagram? I mean, up until... Oh, they lose a side, I'm assuming. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4... 6 sides here, and this is 8, I'm assuming. And this goes down to 4. It's down to 3. Or no. Wait, no, this goes down to 3, but this is like... Oh, this is just 1? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this one.
Brilliant.
This is an excellent geometric shape, which means that ice cream must be a great dessert. She did all this to justify eating ice cream. There's a page in the wilderness where it says that there are trash that comes to life for a long time. Oh, I see. I didn't realize I need to actually read this shit in the wilderness. I haven't read it. To express her appreciation of the shape, 37 draws a smiling face beneath the decagram labeled 12 of 4. The person sitting next to her looks down at the smiling doodle and can't help but laugh. A commendable choice indeed, but personally I might favor this rather more charming one composed of 3 squares. X pulls out his pen and draws a smiley face next to another shape. I've manufactured gears in this shape before. They've proven quiet and reliable in completing some of my more intriguing relays. Unassuming shapes often come with unexpected abilities. A different angle size. Oh, I see. Huh.
Interesting.
Nope. I'm a bit surprised you chose 12 of 3. Squares are solid, simple shapes. They don't match the impression you give off. So in your impression, Miss 37, I am a restless and complex boy. Well, you certainly aren't a square, but a 12 of 3 dodecagram is different. It comes from the most basic of shapes, but doesn't conform to the same rules. It's unique. I think I've picked up some clues for solving your number puzzle. The first one's vertices connected, the second one the connect is skipped to the next vertices, and so on. Oh. Huh. Tell me one thing, why do you people always aim for the low-hanging fruit? Look, 12 of 5 is obviously way cool. Yeah. Of course it would. Bro, why is Medpoc good at drawing? That's crazy. The big thing is how you get each. Childless relay. Okay. Got a bit dizzy. The childish relay continues, and a third smiley face appears. The most arrogant of them all. Just like an untreated thunder fig husk, prickly like a hedgehog, its flesh isn't soft or juicy or even edible, but it's excellent for making anti-electrical paste. What is he talking about? Let me spell it out for you. Only cowards fear shapes. Smart people use them. I mean, it's challenging, but it holds significance. That makes sense. Each interior angle of 12 of 5 is 30 degrees, a special case among all acute angles. X is better at drawing X's. Yeah. Medpoc is more detailed, but X has cleaner lines. But I mean, look at 37's. It's a fucking masterpiece. Some are more convenient than others. Others are convenient when shaping tools. I have no idea what that means. Its right angle side is always equal to half the hypotenuse. When we want a right triangle, we almost always choose between an isosceles and this. Oh, you miss. The question comes both inevitably and unavoidably. Do I really have to choose one? Isn't this kind of juvenile? Fine, this one. 12 of 2. A dodecagram made of 2 hexagons. I thought as much. What is that supposed to mean? I just picked randomly.
Yes, exactly.
But it feels like you. Look at these 120-degree interior angles. They restrain their sharpness, appearing calm and steady. But hexagons are never truly stable. The collapse of any vertex can lead to catastrophic results. You have 2 hexagons, which helps, but they lock each other in. Did she just call her unstable? Oh. Damn.
Hmm.
But if either could be enlarged or reduced slightly, that would be an improvement. If they nested perfectly, we could obtain 6 larger, more aesthetically pleasing isosceles triangles.
Fabulous.
Some kind of geometry-based divination. I think it's time to wrap this up. Don't tell Mesmer that. She actually just told Mesmer that she is unstable. That's fantastic.
No.
Wait, we have one more shape. The regular dodecagon. You can't admit it just like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm afraid I have to agree with you on this one, number girl. I don't think anyone can stand having such an obvious blank space smack bang in the middle of all this. Foreshadowing from Mesmer's anecdote or something. Will expose her whole life. Exactly. She just called her out. Did she just say Mesmer is mentally unstable? She did. She implied it. I'm sorry, she didn't say it. She implied it. But who could it be?
Good.
Considering where we are, should it not be Ezra? Oh well, not so above our juvenile games as you implied.
Keep away from me.
Look, I just want whatever this is to end as quickly as possible. I'm happy that you've come around to seeing the charm of geometry, Mesmer, but who is Ezra? Has she not met Ezra yet, or did she just forget about him? Mesmer Jr. draws another little head adjacent to 12, bestowing it with a brighter smile than her own. Why did she make his hair black? A friend of ours, a very sincere and knowledgeable friend, and the new curator of this museum. I hope you'll get a chance to meet him. I think you'd get along well. Have they not? She hasn't met him yet. Thought that was last chapter.
I think.
You're smart enough you can secretly throw insults without anyone knowing. Yeah, she doesn't even know it, I'm pretty sure. Is he human, not arcanist? You've heard of him? No, but you said he's a dodecagon. Dodecagon is different from these other shapes. It's not a star, but a regular polygon. However, a regular dodecagon is indispensable when considering 12 vertex shapes. She hasn't met him yet. Oh, I see. Humans and arcanists are different. Their essence differs from ours. They're imaginary, non-existent numbers. The chapters in the past, the previous one show the present. This is when he oh, I see. Oh, so they're doing that thing where they jump back and forth. I see. I was kind of getting lost in the timeline. Humans and arcanists are different. Their essence differs from ours. They're imaginary, non-existent numbers. We can still locate them using a coordinate system with the eye as the y-axis unit. Oh, fucking hell. You are a precise fraction, so if you're singing his praises, he must be exceptional. I would really like to meet him. You may need a few days. He's busy preparing a special exhibit. Oh, 37. With the gasp and a cool, unfamiliar touch, 37 is pulled back to reality from the geometric realm.
No.
My dodecagram's vertex is collapsing. What? It's nothing. Quick, take a bite. Oh.
Oh.
A nom. Her little head collides into the ice cream.
Brilliant.
This is delicious. With such a perfect shape, it was bound to be tasty. But it's still simply astounding.
Nice.
It's just standard ice cream churned out by a machine, though. Though I'd say it's better than what you can get in the other refreshments areas. Is this your first time eating this stuff? This ice cream came from that machine.
The scripture says.
The doctrine tells us not to seek pleasure nor to indulge desires, but surely bringing this machine back with me wouldn't be a total violation of the rules. Question, should we call Sophia the preacher or root of 2? Honestly, root of 2 is just funnier. It would allow us to focus on studying the beautiful three-dimensional shapes more joyfully. 6 would have to approve. Nom. After some last-second scrambling and some well-placed bites, the melting ice cream disaster is averted. So, have you found any new insights?
Brilliant.
About ice cream. I've discovered that it's wonderful. No, I meant your research. Have you derived any inspiration from your excursion today? Her sky-blue eyes blink. She looks round and down at the ice cream in her hand, and finally slowly shakes her head.
I don't know.
I was not sure. No, is that so?
Ugh.
Come on, the setup was perfect. This is supposed to be the part where you realize you discovered some profound truth in the mundanity of this crappy ice cream. Shout Eureka and then rush back to the lab to work on your breakthrough.
So gross.
Calling someone Rutu sounds like an insult. Yeah, it's also just like it's a thing that drove her away, right? Like, calling her that is just kind of unkind, which is funny. Metaspocket, you don't really believe that, do you? No one at Laplace would laugh at that joke. That's true. Oh. Make her a mother. Okay. The exhibits in this museum are all very interesting, and this ice cream is delicious. I found many good numbers today. But the girl looks down at her hand, where her perfect dodecagram had been, but now nothing remains. Then she looks up. Upon the real-time star map on the museum ceiling, stars twinkle beautifully. A rare chance to appreciate the grandeur of the cosmos with the naked eye. The paths of the planet are clearly marked, and the vast Milky Way is unobstructed by light or atmospheric pollution. Every pixel is perfectly placed. What I do at the computing center seems to be the same. I came to get more numbers, talked with people from different fields, and it brought me these in return.
I think
I've grown somewhat. I've seen things, learned more, and gained more numbers than when I was on the island. However, when I look down, I still can't see where the next square is. Is that so? This is not the expected result of her treatment. Mesmer Jr. suddenly recalls a conjecture about planetary distances and platonic solids that the girl once marveled at in the lab. Johann Kepler, hailed the legislator of worlds, discovered the 3 laws of planetary motion. In his book Mysterium Cosmographicum, he proposed a hypothesis. He claimed that the distances of the 6 planets that had been known at the time, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, from the Sun could perform 5 perfect platonic solids. The arrangement fit so perfectly. Deep down, even the atheists of the time hoped that God had arranged the universe according to such a delicate blueprint. But as we know now, his hypothesis was incorrect. Mesmer does not fully understand 37's goals or her methods, but she astutely observes that 37's research and all her efforts are predicated on a shared hypothesis. A hypothesis is beautiful as Kepler's conjecture, but equally untrue. Have you considered that your hypothesis might be wrong? What? Nothing. Damn. Perhaps I was a little hasty. 37's gaze drifts away from the invisible square on the floor. John Napier took 20 years to devise logarithms, and Fermat's last theorem took 358 years to be fully proven. It's likely that my answer won't be found overnight either. I know that I need to hurry. I can't afford to waste time, but
the scripture says.
the doctrine instructs us to never to lose composure or reason, to adhere to the laws of all things and ascend the divine steps so we can reach the highest height and not descend into the abyss of chaos. I shouldn't forget my limitations. I feel like her research is the theory of everything at this point. Probably, I mean, the truth is like a very broad thing to research. Like, it could mean anything at this point. The other 3 exchange glances.
Great!
Congratulations.
Great!
It seems our mathematician has
Fantastic!
finally discovered a basic truth. Great achievements don't come overnight. The more challenging your research, the more time and effort it'll take. These things are proportional. Your research is fascinating, and I look forward to the day it's completed, but don't overexert yourself. That's just a little bit of advice from your senior at the computing center.
I regret to inform you.
Many talented researchers have focused excessively on their work, forgetting that they too are mortals. You don't want to follow in their footsteps, 37. Your hypothesis is incorrect. This is a doomed Yurikachi game. You won't get Sophia back. Oh, man. I don't know if I understand what you mean. I'm feeling just fine.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. I thought as much.
Look!
This is worse than I anticipated. Look. X chooses his words carefully, but Medicine Pocket just rolls their eyes and chimes in. You look like a deflated blood moon jellyfish, oozing a vibe like you've been stuck in a plastic bottle without a water change for days. You got tentacles found around all over the place. And I've been meaning to ask, what's with the messy hair? Even the cactus cat in my lap grooms itself better than you. She is incompetent. 37 looks around in confusion, attempting to locate her fictitious tentacles floundering in the air. Line Pat throwing some heavy shade, yeah. Oh, I see. It's a metaphor, isn't it? Medicine Pocket rolls their eyes again in response. Whatever else you do, try not to stay cooped up in that lab for too long. People need a little entertainment to keep themselves sane, and that's advice from a therapist. I already have enough work on my hands. I don't want to see you landing up at the door of the artificial somnambulism therapy room. You take a drink every time they use Medpoc's great, fantastic line. We're not going to be getting through this story if we do that. I thought they were going to watch a sumo match. That's true, huh? That just kind of fell to the wayside. 37 blinks, contemplating for a moment before fixing her bright eyes on the group. Are you all really so concerned about me? Someone takes issue with her choice of words. It's Medpoc, yeah.
Huh?
How nuts are we for caring if you work yourself into madness? You're already beyond delusional.
Thank you.
You're all so kind. Thank you. I don't feel like I'm pushing myself, but spending time with all of you makes me happy. It reminds me of the past. Whenever my friend Sophia would come to see me, if I was working on a problem, she'd linger at the door for the longest time before coming in. She'd always ask, "Am I disturbing you, 37? To tell the truth, her visits did sometimes slow down my progress. 37 shakes her head. But research can always be continued later. The truth is, I was happy she came to see me.
Looks like...
Sounds like you have a good friend there. Had. Yes, she's not here now, but I hope I can introduce her to everyone someday. I'd be honored to share the secret base of ours with you and your friend. Their time together seems to be nearing its natural close. Speaking of which, remember the special exhibit I mentioned? It opens in 3 days. Our friend Ezra, our dodecagon, exerted considerable effort to facilitate it. Medicine Pocket and I assisted him a little too. 37 must have some immunity over irony and sarcasm. Yeah, she's just a little bit clueless, that's all. If you have time, you'd be welcome to come and join us as we view its offerings. We can peruse the exhibit together. Of course, if our dear therapist would like, she can join us too.
Sure.
Thank you for the invitation. I'd like to come, then I can have another ice cream. Really like that junk, huh? I just appreciate its geometry. It's nothing related to its taste. I think it helps my mind work more efficiently.
Nice.
That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. If I gave you a scoop of anti-electric paste that looked like ice cream, would you eat that too?
Oh, please.
Give it a rest. Did you find this line of questioning to be a little childish? What did I miss? Not too much. We're just bullying 37 as usual. Why are you taking sides? And worse, never mind. Why do you think, dude? Really? Their farewell chatter seems to go on without end. The young researchers debate over the essence of things and the functions of the taste and digestive systems. She's probably used to 210 sarcasm. I'm not even sure she recognized 210 as being sarcastic. She just thought he was an asshole. Until at last, the fifth party present brings an end to their interminable digressions.
I'm sorry.
Sorry everyone, excuse me.
Huh?
Medicine Pocket seems to have genuinely forgotten the ice cream shopkeeper was there. It's just,
What?
I heard you say next time, and I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves, but I'm afraid there won't be any more ice cream next time. My shop, it's closing down. Oh no. That was a long chapter, holy. An important asshole, don't forget. Yeah, yes, he was quite important. I'm gonna grab my jacket, it's getting a bit chilly. Oh, it's fucking cold, man. Alright. Logarithm. Lieutenant 88 probably doing freaky stuff in somewhere in Pokeholistan right now. 37 seems to be a little autistic. More than just a bit. I think she's one of the more evident examples of neurodivergence for Arcanus. I feel like they all display it at some point, but her specifically. No more dodecahedron? No, we finished that one. I want to say that 37's anecdote is probably the longest anecdote compared to others. I feel like Xeno's was quite long as well. Drip appear on it. It's just a jacket, man. Okay. Algorithm. After the owner announces the closure, a brief silence ensues. Really?
Huh?
Closing down? What do you mean closing down? I mean, I'm going out of business. I can't keep this shop afloat.
Hey, stop it.
Of course, I know what closing down means. Do you really think I need you to explain that to me? The questioner rudely interrupts. Don't tell me that this means I have to go back to Clever Combs. Their carbuncle servers always sneak bites from my order. When I complained, they said it was within normal loss allowance.
Oh.
And from brain nourishment and not fried more from dopamine probably makes you more lighthearted. Probably. But I mean, like, just as her overall disposition that we've seen just this entire time, right? From the very beginning. We won't be able to have this ice cream anymore. The girl who's about to leave stops in her tracks.
No.
That beautiful, regular dodecagram and its magical, refreshing, and rich flavor. The next time I come here, I won't be able to taste it. Happy, beautiful things, never to be seen again. What terrible news. 37 thinks for a moment.
No. It doesn't make sense.
I must admit, I don't know much of anything about economics, but if this shop sells such beautiful ice cream, yet it's closing down, there must be something wrong. I feel like it's more because she's grown up on the island. That too, right? She just doesn't have common sense. How about this? I'll help you solve your problem. A foundation store. I don't know if we're still in the foundation or if they're just using the same thing. The same, No, they're still in the foundation. This is still the foundation, but I guess the stores inside the foundation, or the vendors inside the foundation have their own budgets and stuff. How about this? I'll help you solve your problem. It appears that farewell was premature. So then I believe this is the problem. After subjecting the shopkeeper to a dizzying series of questions, the little nascent consultant consumes another free ice cream as she announces her solution. Wait, there's something definitely wrong with capitalism. This chart illustrates the gap between your shop's data and that of other shops. Apparently, your foot traffic and average transaction value are significantly lower. That's the issue. So we only need to increase these two numbers and your troubles will be over. Okay, 37, sure. Which ones did you say? Isn't it the Laplace Museum or something? I think Medicine Pocket mentioned that this was like a Laplace refreshments vendor, so still within the institution. Shopkeeper's revenue is probably going up like a zillion% after 37 helps her. I mean, we saw that at the start, right? Like she was actually able to keep the shop open. The owner leans over the charts, attempting to decipher the many points and lines, growing more and more confused.
Huh?
Are you serious? I feel like I've walked onto the set of some boring sitcom.
Rip, what are you doing? Are you even listening to me?
It's my private lab, a place for ideas of consequence. Now you've barged in here with your kitschy number name. Excuse me, and festooned my brainstorming board with profit loss analyses for a 2-bit ice cream stand.
Oh, please.
Correction, this is not your private lab, but I admit I am questioning why we're still here too.
Interesting.
Come on, friends, we all know why. We're having a good time, aren't we?
Huh?
You wouldn't know fun if it came up to you and sat on your head. Let's all sit around having fun while we discuss how an ice cream shop owned by some idiot that doesn't even understand business is failing. Duh. The answer is obvious. How can you expect to help someone who, when asked how much product you need to restock daily, answers, I don't know exactly, but it feels like a lot? Yeah, I put up with your insults long enough. I can hear you, you know? I mean, yeah, my headbox being a little bit... Imagine 37 buying all the ice cream. Obese 37. You're the one who's always making unreasonable requests, like asking for refills when you've eaten all the ice cream off your cone. I think I actually topped you up, and now you're making fun of me.
I have to remind you.
I'm just stating the facts. People can excel at some things, but suck at others. Your ice cream's to die for, but your business is a mess. Why don't you just sell your recipe? He's just watching, man. The shopkeeper is speechless, her face slowly reddening.
Ugh.
Can't be serious.
Yes.
Fine, I admit it. This is my dream. To own an ice cream shop. It's always been my dream, and I don't want to give it up. The owner turns away from Medicine Pocket's rolling eyes and faces her would-be savior.
Please.
I was ready to give up, but then you appeared out of nowhere. Do you think you can really help me, little girl? What was it that you said I need to increase? Average transaction value and foot traffic. Look, your average transaction is about a third of other shops. And your foot traffic is only 63 people a day, which is just not enough. That's why you're losing money. Your revenue is too low. No shit. I thought 63 people was a lot. Think about it, over 60 people.
I have to remind you.
That's some scary level of obliviousness. Jesus Christ. Obliviousness, lady. Look at the other stores around you. They've got lines of people queuing up at Clever Cone's ice cream truck every day. That's hundreds and hundreds of ice creams daily. You should thank Ezra for not using the museum store to make a buck, or you'd be losing even more. He lacks business sense like someone else I know.
Okay.
Okay, you're right. The shopkeeper surrenders to their tirade, re-examining the chart 37 drew. Then she does something almost unheard of at the Laplace Scientific Computing Center. She questions 37's conclusion.
But
She's pretty low-key pathetic. Not even low-key. She doesn't know what she's doing. I mean, she's basically admitted that. I sell ice cream and the others sell souvenirs, so of course their average transaction value is higher.
what
I
if?
can't price my ice cream to match their average transactions. I know it tastes great, but honestly, I don't think people will pay that much. I'm back. Welcome back, Domsey. Right now we're bullying an ice cream lady. You mean this ice cream isn't worth a higher price, even with such a beautiful regular dodecagram shape? The mathematician, unfamiliar with prices, is momentarily stunned, then humbly accepts this correction. Basically skill issue, actually skill issue. Then we only have foot traffic left to work with. We'll have to increase that number.
It's like this.
Just raise this number to 2.56 times the original and we can break even. Alright. Though I don't particularly like this variable, 2.56 isn't an exact number. It's merely a decimal approximation. Gonna go now. Oh, have a good night, Curator. Have a good night. 2.56. Multiplying that by 63 people entering the store, that would be a...
Fine.
See, this is the downside of using approximations. You'll get 161.28, but the number we're discussing is actually 161. And that's a bit counterintuitive. 161 is a deficient number. Its proper divisors add up to less than itself. I think once you reach the goal of 161, you might pursue better numbers, like its next palindrome, 171, then 181, 191, 202.
Wait.
Or 10 plus people. Wait, please just stop for a moment. Although she doesn't understand the girl's calculations, the owner notices the numbers are getting bigger. Let's start with our first goal. You want me to sell 161 ice creams a day? Is that even possible? That's a whole lot of people. How can I serve that many customers every day? She is actually just dumb.
Too simple.
Don't need to worry. Your business hours are from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening, so you only need to sell one ice cream cone every 2.98 or rounding up every 3 minutes. I didn't time you when you served us, but I simulated the process, and if everything goes smoothly, I think you can do it within 30 seconds.
I think.
It should certainly be possible. The shopkeeper's eyes drifted to the distance, imagining all the customers.
I don't know.
Maybe I can try? She's convinced, but then she asks the crucial question. But how do I get these 2.56 times more people to come to my store? You know, the problem was probably having an ice cream shop at the museum. I mean, I'm sure people at the museum would want ice cream, right? I think she just doesn't know how to run a business. Let me think. The talented mathematician opens her mouth and closes it. After a while, she finally tries to give an answer. Multiply by 2.56, then subtract 0.28.
What?
Fuck.
Great!
What did I say? You can't just say increase the number. Great, fantastic. Given enough time, 37 will break capitalism and become the richest person in the world just by doing math. Many be at the museum. That is true, actually, yeah. Like, why would you be going to a museum? Come on. What did I say? You can't just say increase the number. The long silent onlooker seizes the opportunity to spit a little venom. Welcome to the real world, number brain. This might be quite sudden, but I think it's time for a drastic reappraisal of our understanding of mathematics. Many people find the world of mathematics to be too abstract and difficult to comprehend, and so they're afraid of it. Can't blame them. Think about an apple, a person, an event, a success, or a failure. These concepts are easy to grasp.
But
When numbers first detached from their counted objects, when one became one and just one, mathematics departed from the material world we are all familiar with. Bound by our physical forms, we can only chase those numbers in abstract. We study and research mathematics using those numbers to borrow power from that transcendent world. In that world, nothing boldly appears as zero. Negative numbers stand on the opposite end of existence, and even infinity can be included in formulas. In the world of mathematics, we can do anything, at least theoretically. Our minds are free, no longer constrained by reality. Only a few understand this freedom's charm, and fewer still wield true omnipotence in mathematics, like our delightful new friend here.
but
There's just one small problem. We're still solving the ice cream question, yeah. The silent audience stares at the eloquent researcher, then coldly looks away. Man, he cannot get a win today. Most people would feel awkward and stop talking, but this unknown number is no ordinary digit.
come on.
Listen with X. Do me a favor, will you? Ask me what problem. Merciless silence. The problem is, mathematics has the power to do anything in the abstract, but to make it work in reality? For that we need to follow 3 steps. First, we need to abstract our real-world problem into a mathematical one. Second, we need to solve this problem within the mathematical world. And third, we need to find a way to bring that abstract answer back to reality. You mean... His audience understands. Mesmer Jr. looks outside. Past data shows an average of 9,837 visitors per day during this quarter over an 8-hour operational period. So, after 3 hours, about 3,689 people should have entered.
I have to remind you.
You know visitor numbers vary by time of day, right? There's a peak period. I thought that was just common sense. The gang inviting the ice cream maker to Laplace, and then she makes bank because everyone likes ice cream. Imagine every meal pack there having a small ice cream cone. Great morale boost. I mean, yeah, but I don't think we could pay her. And so the gap is too big. Only 457 people reach an area where they could see the shop sign. Oh, so poor location. People aren't coming to the refreshments area where the ice cream shop is located. That's the root of our problem. Huh? 400 people sounds like a whole lot. You ever hear of an entry rate? Not all 400 of them are hungry, so they don't all walk in. And only 20 that do will buy anything. So only about 12% of visitors comes through this refreshments area. I have to admit, that's lower than I expected.
Oh.
No wonder I like sitting here. There are hardly ever any annoying people around to bother me. A lot of MFs do be at the museum. Who goes to the museum, man? Why don't people come this way? I don't understand. Like, this map. The brain that solved the computing center's year-long sales problem in seconds is now buried in a small puzzle about ice cream and visitors.
Fabulous.
She's on the 3rd step. Returning to reality. She can be paid a live meal
I
packs.
understand now.
Do you, though? I don't know if she does. Fractal. Now we know how to measure its length. And they did mention that this is one of the most famous museums. Oh, I mean, that's fair then. It's like the Museum of Natural History or something. It's a pretty big turnover rate. Numbers tell us everything. At the round table, 37 gazes at the beautiful dodecagram treat in her hand, and at the long line of visitors outside the ice cream shop. The hell am amusing the hosting for my OnlyFans. We graph the foot traffic in every museum hallway, the composition of people walking through them, and compare the impact of other related facilities on foot traffic. And then we found the coordinates of these numbers in the real world. The refreshments area housing the ice cream shop is in the passage connecting exhibits B3 and C2, but this passage is narrow, so most people will visit all of Zone B, then take another route to get to Zone C. People looking for refreshments People looking for a refreshments area feels like they have better options. The hallway to the office area takes space, so this refreshments area also lacks a restroom. Who knew the anecdote about selling ice cream would be this long? Yeah, it is quite long, isn't it? Visitors with children are important customers for an ice cream shop, but this refreshments area is in the opposite direction of the play area.
It's like this.
And so on. I found what's behind the numbers, the hints they've given us. Behind the numbers are people, their habits, thoughts, and subconscious actions leads to this result. Honestly, it feels strange and counterintuitive. It's completely unlike my usual way of observing the world. I always observe the phenomenon first, then look for the numbers behind it, not the other way around. I don't know if it'll help my research, but I see them now. Seeing his new friend daydreaming again, X shrugs and continues. In short, 37 told us the answer behind the numbers. The subsequent steps were elementary. Our key issue was the shop's disastrous location, so we needed a robust publicity campaign to direct people to our hidden gem.
Nice.
Actually, linking the marketing with the special exhibition was my idea. Ezra, if there's a prize going to the hero who brought more visitors to your exhibition, don't forget who's responsible. 37, you bullshitting, this is just basic observation. I mean, yeah. I just on YouTube, Sotheby 37 and Xenor long. Really? Sotheby did not feel very long, what the heck? And our therapist helped as well. She suggested some new ice cream flavors. See those orange bits? They're candied lemon peel. Nothing. I just heard people around the office mention they like this kind of thing.
Brilliant.
It's a great idea, Mesmer. They're like lucky little numbers scattered on a plotted line.
After that,
And thus the Star of Wonder ice cream was born. Ezra takes the last bite. I did not like that sound. Ezra takes the last bite, feeling the refreshing ice cream melt in his mouth, waltzing with a crispy cone. It's delicious, really, and your story has been so inspiring. Before you came along, the only people that would visit the exhibitions here were fellow researchers in similar fields. But thanks to this ice cream, we've attracted more people than ever. Ezra looks behind him. Among the streams of visitors are scholars, locals, and tourists who seem to have traveled from near and far, flanked by young kids. Some talk passionately in front of the exhibit, some quietly read the descriptions, bursting up with sudden realizations, and others simply admire the beautiful displays. But they all share happy smiles, and every pair of eyes looking at the exhibits lights up. I've been feeling a bit nervous. Today is my first public speech since being appointed curator of the museum. I've tried some tips to help ease my nerves, like imagining the audience as potatoes or mushrooms, but I think something you said will help most, 37. Oh, gross, slurping ice cream, diabolical. Yeah, I did not like that noise. I really didn't. The numbers are people. They came from all over for the special exhibit. They're real people with a real love for knowledge. They're not potatoes or
I
mushrooms.
think
That's the real trick to this. It's your speech about the start.
that's right.
It is. Would you do me the honor of joining my audience?
Sure.
Of course, I'd love to. I bite my ice cream, but Urza slurping it. My god. It might have been melting, you never know. The young researchers rise from the round table and escort their friend to his proving ground. Wow, there are as many people here as in our lecture hall. Oh no, I'm losing my nerve again. Maybe I should try imagining everyone as mushrooms? No, that's avoiding the issue, and it's rude.
Why?
Why would you be nervous? No matter who listens or how many people there are, the content of your speech remains the same, doesn't it?
Essentially.
So Ezra is canonically not the only human in this location. No, because we have Duncan now, right? Depending on when this anecdote happened, there's also that, yeah, when this is taking place is key. The truth doesn't change, and that's all we should be accountable to.
Yes.
You're right, Miss 37, very right. We worked hard to get this miracle stone ready for display. I can't sell it short.
Come on.
You must exhibit the same spirit you demonstrated while ascending that snow-capped mountain, my friend. Your task today is trivial in comparison.
And you, my friend.
If you need to, keep an eye on us. I have ways to keep you too busy to be nervous. Better not have any bad ideas running around that mind of yours. Just messaging me at fucking 5 in the morning. Go on, Ezra. Imagining everyone as mushrooms can be your fallback plan.
Thank you.
You know who was in the suitcase, Snyder's? Yeah, was, being the operative word. She's not there no more. Thanks, friends. I'm on now. As the young curator stepped up to the center of the stage, the murmurs surrounding him subsided.
Welcome.
I sincerely thank you all for coming. Ooh, I like the soundtrack. I haven't been the curator of the Laplace Museum for long, but I am honored that my call has been answered from all over the world. Canonically, Britain said there was maintenance in the wilderness, so some human workers must have been in the suitcase to fix it. Yeah, that is true. Because, I mean, apparently she doesn't get to just, like, snap her fingers and repair the place. It actually needs to be actively repaired for some reason. That is, to spread knowledge, to share experiences, and to let the vastness and beauty of the world be seen by all. Applause rings out. The young curator has earned the respect and trust through his remarkable achievements. Her dress is still there. Is it really? Damn, I thought they changed that after, like, a certain point. I think the Arcanists are responsible for said maintenance. Maybe. Ugh, boys, I'm only scared about ice creams. People listen to him with excited murmurs, already anticipating the surprises he will unveil. Many precious exhibits have been sent to the museum, their owners generously lending or even donating these treasures, so their splendor can be appreciated by all our visitors here.
I didn't know.
This number far exceeded my expectations. I must admit, while it's an honor, the extensive appraisal work has been a challenge for us. Fortunately, with the help of many knowledgeable friends and colleagues, it was a challenge we overcame. I am truly fortunate to have such passionate and considerate companions. The thumbnail is hilarious, curse GG. I think it's a good thumbnail. I think it conveys the idea very well. Ezra just said, move aside, this is my anecdote and character development now. Yeah, Ezra is just kind of hijacking this whole thing. The young man in the center of the exhibition hall looks towards the corner of the venue, smiling and nodding.
Good job.
No need to thank us, though. We did do a good job, didn't we? Quiet, you. Hey. You're all too funny. The whispers draw a few eye rolls, and the young researchers quiet down. The speech continues. We are the reverse 1999. Cursed and wrong. The year is 2025. Oh, it's fine. All the donated specimens we've received are invaluable. Each one is unique. But among them, we unanimously believe this piece holds the most remarkable significance, and for that reason we created a special exhibition to highlight it. Ezra extends his hand, directing everyone's gaze to a pale blue semi-transparent crystal placed at the center of the stage. It's for being best boy. The miracle stone. Through an ocean of crystals that cover Neptune's surface. How did this get here? Murmurs and exclamations of wonder arise as people gaze at that beautiful crystal. Structurally, it's a diamond. In fact, it's not much different from the cut diamonds we know.
But this time...
Instead, its uniqueness lies in the fact that this beautiful stone comes to us from 4.5 billion kilometers away. As with previous attempts, Voyager 2 carried an arcane space teleportation formula. An attempt Voyager is mentioned? Damn. An attempt to obtain material samples from other planets. But as many know, these previous attempts had failed. Wait, they already have Voyager. How is it not GG? How have they not already won if they have Voyager? As many know, these previous attempts have failed. Although Arcanists have always suggested that spatial distance was not the true reason for the formula's failure, ultra-long-distance space teleportation was still considered impossible. Hang on.
After that...
Whoops. Unfortunately, during the 1980s, space agencies worldwide stopped equipping their probes with these arcanum formulas to lower cost. Voyager, no, not the Soviet. Oh, okay. So it's still just a satellite at this point. I see. The literal satellite. I see. I heard Voyager in game took the name of Voyager that was sent by USSR. Oh, so she's not literally the spacecraft itself in some way. Unfortunately, blah blah blah. But we still had a chance. When Voyager 2 flew past Neptune and succeeded where the others failed, bringing us this gift from a distant planet. Many mysteries surrounding this beautiful diamond from afar remain unsolved. We all know Voyager 2 reached its closest point to Neptune on August 25th, 1989, but this diamond was teleported back much later. Give me a moment. 25th, 1918. We'll read that later. Is the Arcanum ultra-long-distance teleportation formula so different from ordinary teleportation that it causes a notable time delay? For now, with only one case example, we can only speculate.
Research shows.
Still, according to the Space Center's report, this beautiful stone appeared, and the complex and precise formula appears to have finally succeeded. At the same time, the detection system also found arcanum traces not belonging to the original formula. They left a faint, almost imperceptible fluctuation before disappearing, and we haven't detected any similar arcanum fluctuation since. Is this Voyager? Several researchers claim to have heard a yeah, it's Voyager. It's fucking Voyager. I've heard a beautiful melody when the miracle stone appeared. The melodies they hummed were astonishingly consistent, making it hard to believe they simply hallucinated the sound.
But
However, we couldn't find any recordings matching the descriptions on any of the Space Center's detection devices. Is Voyager inside the crystal? Voyager's different. We don't really know anything about her other than she can destroy any planet if she's angry, and the only thing that stops her is that she likes the music from Earth. Yeah, it's a bit of a a bit of a problem for us, isn't it? Anecdotes in my eyes are the timeless classics of this game. Are objects outside Earth affected by this atmosphere affected by the storm? I don't know. We don't know yet. Realistically, they should be, right? Because I mean, if you're just reversing time on Earth, you kind of run into the problem where things won't match up, right? Like someone's gonna look up at the stars and be like, "Hey, those aren't where they should be for this time of the year or for this year." Or this era or whatever, but no one's mentioned that so far. No one seems to know the time has changed aside from the people who are saved. So, fuck, who knows? So imagine my dumbass when I haven't heard a full voice acted line in these anecdotes. That's true, actually. We've had like half lines and stuff. With so many uncertainties around the stone, people often ask, is it real? Could this really be a diamond from Neptune, from the second farthest planet from the sun in our solar system? What secrets does it hold? Is Pluto still a planet here? Amid the expectant gazes, the young curator shakes his head. An alien visitor from beyond, from a place where there's no sound. If you see Voyager angry, you're done for, not just you, but the whole, yeah. Classification of beings in R99 is really confusing, about borderline random. 2 moons or something. So the thing about classifications, right, is that they're, like, taxonomy in general is just people made, right? Like, things aren't gonna fit cleanly into slots. That's just how it is. We're trying to, like, parcel out the world into sections, and sometimes it doesn't really work. And I mean, the classifications that we get in game are specifically made by O2 Magazine, right? So, like, maybe they have their own way of, you know, delineating these things. So they'll wait for chapter 25 where they go to space. Even if you reverse the whole Milky Way, the rest of the stars will be out. Exactly, like, there's inconsistencies if it's just Earth. Criticized story events are peak, I'll admit, but anecdotes, they're just good. Anecdotes have a lot of thought placed into them. I mean, some of them are a bit weaker than others, but just, especially with the newer ones, a lot of them have a lot of thought put into them. I'm quite happy about it. Voyager 2 still sends signals to Earth, but aside from the miraculous teleportation successful with data written into its records, it cannot elaborate on its achievements. This mistreatment doesn't sit well with me. Yeah, no voices for this one, huh? The only certainty is that this diamond indeed appeared at the teleportation circle's reception point. Following his gaze, the audience focuses again on the beautiful crystal in the center of the room. The Space Center researchers were extremely careful, and after finally confirming it posed no danger, the Miracle Stone was prepared for exhibition, allowing us all to behold its brilliance.
It's...
The classification may have been done by a blind woman with no memory, so it might be a reason why they're weird. Ulu is an arcanist and not beyond, or is not awakened. Okay, so we know that arcane creatures are typically, if they're going to be classified as arcane, or like by our classifications, are going to be arcanists, right? That we got like Vila and mermaids and stuff like that. I'm guessing Ulu is just kind of like, as an elemental, is kind of just an arcane species, which is why she falls under arcanist. And Dor, I think, is just a construct, because Darly Clatter is also a kind of a construct that gained sapience and then became an arcanist, right? So I'm guessing Dor kind of falls under that same classification. Dor's not awakened, he's something different. Yeah, exactly. And he says that the storm is only on planet Earth. Does he really? When does Alien T mention that? I don't remember that shit. Is it in his anecdote? I don't remember his anecdote. Who did the classification anyway? Utu, yes. The classifications are all done by Utu magazine. Oh, okay. It is a miracle, jointly brought to us by the union of science and arcanum, and a wondrous mystery awaiting for us to unravel. The only one I'm really iffy on is TTT, because I feel like TTT meets all of the classifications to be an awakened. Right, but she's classed as an arcanist, which is a bit strange. Ulu would be a being made of arcanum, so like a succubus or a changeling. I don't actually know what Ulu actually is. Like, maybe, I mean, clearly she's classed as an arcanist, but that could just be a flub. I don't know. No wonder Sputnik works her ass off Earth weird as hell to be having Fortnite Season Pass, yeah. How is A-Knight an arcanist and not an awakened? Our A-Knight is a ghost. He is possessing the armor. The armor itself is not alive. Well, possessing or wearing, I still don't know what the thing is, but he's definitely a ghost. So he'd fall under the same thing as Poltergeist and Click, exactly, yeah. Also, if the Earth only affected, storm only affected Earth, people are gonna find an explanation for it. Yeah, like, I don't know if they're just rationalizing or if something is happening to cause them to not recognize the discrepancies or whatever. I mean, besides even that, like, we'd get thrown off our axis and shot out into the universe if it was just Earth, right? I don't understand how it works. Like, I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. Or maybe we don't. I don't know. I don't know if it's just on my end, but your audio is always low on my end, but it might just be. My voice audio? Really? Yeah. Because on my thing, my voice audio is always peaking, which isn't great. How is audio for everyone else? Or just audio in general for everyone else? Right, so awakening means that you were born in your concept of something like Lucy being advancement. Pioneering. Betina's confirmed arcane creature and is an arcanist. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Y'all let me know how the sound is. I don't know. It's fine, the audio is fine. Okay, cool. I think it might be on your end then, Nora. Probably. After a hard-fought battle, the young curator returns to the refreshments area surrounded by his friends. They sit down again at the round table. How did I do? I wrote my speech out ahead of time, but I accidentally skipped over a lot of parts where I actually got up there on the stage. When I actually got up there on stage. Your concerns are unwarranted, Ezra. Your exhibition and your speech received universal acclaim. I don't know much about astronomy, but I found your speech to be inspiring. You remind me of a friend from my home. Oh god, is she comparing him to 210? That's such an insult. He's a bit like you, often— oh no, 6, okay. Often quiet and reserved, and never keen on being the center of attention. But when he speaks in front of a crowd, everyone stops what they're doing to listen. I almost forgot. 37 exclamation draws. Looks from her friends, except for Mesmer Jr., who quickly realizes what she means. Your letter. I haven't written back to 6 yet. Just let me see. 6 won't mind if it's a little rough. I think I can tear a few pages from this notebook and use it as letter paper. Your voices have to raise my volume to hear you, so I probably my end got in your buds a month ago, and I guess they're just more quiet. Possibly. You might want to look into checking your volume settings as well. Like you might only have it like halfway or something on the main control panel. X stops her before she can harm her notebook. 210 catching strays from a Paranite. Okay, I thought that guy was like the most suspicious shit for all of chapter 5 and 6. Come on. Hold on now. I recall there's some Laplace issued stationery and envelopes in medicine pockets room. Why don't you use them? 210 be advocating for some wild shits, but then he changes the topic nonchalantly and people cool with it. Exactly. Like, the guy just lives to instigate, so even if he's not a bad guy, like an antagonist, I still just don't like him. It is better to receive a letter with a respectable presentation.
Huh?
It's a big idea, promising people my stuff without asking me. It's not that I mind, but why do I even have any of that stuff? You do. Saw them in your, I want to say, pile of junk. Come on, let's retrieve them together. You just call my office a pile of junk. The two walk off, bickering. The kind curator watches them with concern.
Oh.
I really didn't trust 210 at all. Exactly. Like, he was... Like, I always thought he'd be the most likely to be a mole for the Manus, but he actually turned out to be just the most loyal. Like, actually the most loyal out of all of them, up until the very end. And then he turned tail. 210 was so annoying, literally just... I'm just asking questions, though, all the time. Exactly. His job is to be the devil's advocate. Yeah, that's literally his job title. He is supposed to just disagree with you because that's his whole thing. Very funny job, yeah. 88 was so tired of his bullshit, she was like, alright, let's just suicide. Exactly. She was just done with it. She didn't want it. He just likes to talk shit. A perfect representation of the sophist. Yeah. Exactly. That's his whole deal, right? Okay. They won't fight, right? Oh no, they're already arguing. Maybe I should follow. What is she doing here? What the heck? Found him, he's over there. There he is. Hey Ezra, I was not expecting to see the other Australians. Got the idea. And Desert Final 2, what brings you here? And talk to everyone to see. Yeah, exactly. He was just that convincing. Looks like the young curator has other guests. Missed your exhibition last time because of that fight, so I thought I'd surprise you today. We haven't seen her and Desert Final in ages, man. What the heck? I mean, there are so many people, such a big event, and you're the host. You're amazing, Ezra. That'd be a jump scare, exactly. I was actually not expecting to see her. Or her. We just listened to your speech. Very impressive, little curator.
Thank you.
So glad you came. Friends always have endless things to discuss after a long time apart. Ezra finally takes Mesmer Jr.'s advice, apologizes, and leaves to greet his friends from far away. Ezra not only hijacked the anecdote for himself, brought his event into, he actually just brought all his friends, yeah. 210, the kind of guy who would bring up a controversial topic on a road trip just to see what would happen. Yep. He's the guy at the dinner table who was just raring to go, you know. Most philosophers hate sophisms. Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, you can't really disprove a sophism, can you? You're questioning the very basis of like what philosophers are attempting to prove or like question. Like, there's no conversation to be had there, which I mean, I'm not totally opposed to. The year in which the story takes place in 1991. Oh, this is recent then, for as far as Ezra's concerned, right? Because, I mean, Uluru was just before this. All your friends are dead. Welcome to Reverse 1999. We have dead friends that, yeah, most importantly, yeah. Everyone's dead. Sophisms talk much, seems smart. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's completely devoid of reason. It's just his reason doesn't have any practical application. Like, you can't use that shit, man. But it's fun to think about sometimes. So after the 1914 storm, yes. Uluru and this, and pretty much most of all the 1990 stuff is from after the 1914 storm. Still not over with Schneider. Yeah, she's gone. It's over. The real-time star map on the ceiling still shines brightly, and only the therapist and the girl favored by numbers remain at the round table. What do you think of the diamond from Neptune?
Why?
Why are you asking? The little gang is here, then yeah, it's pretty far a long time. Exactly, yeah. Mad Pocket should collab with the shopkeep to make Picrasma ice cream. Most of Laplace is human, man. No one, either they're gonna die or no one's gonna eat it. Shit, gonna sell taxes. People will actually die. Why are you asking? You haven't expressed your opinion on it, and you often have a different perspective from most people. I suppose I'm curious to know where you stand on this miracle stone. The story also takes place after chapter 8. Oh, does it really? I wasn't sure because I didn't see anything indicating that it did. I don't think I saw anything indicating that it took place after. It's beautiful, like the garnet we saw that day, with the same orderly, solid structure. Though I don't quite understand why people favor diamonds over other isometric minerals, or why this one is considered more special than any other. Who cares? Well, I mean, if you're trying to turn a profit, killing your clientele is probably not the best move, right? Space and time exist only in the phenomenal world. An object's essence isn't determined by where or when it originated. It would be an interesting experiment. Oh man. You know, Lucy got fired because she started experimenting. You don't think all that much of it. The most milk-loving people are the lactose intolerant. Actually, though, I have a whole box of fucking milk, lactose intolerance pills. Whatever they're called, lactase pills. As Virginia recalls a word used on the promotional poster. Chapter 8 is in 1990. Oh shit. How long do we stay in this era? Holy crap. Maybe besides its astronomical significance, people admire the stone for the fantasy it represents. You mean because it comes from far away, people value it more than similar items from much closer? That doesn't seem fair. Don't worry, Argus will just buy up all that Picrasma ice cream actually, though, yeah. Another thing I don't understand is the latest logic, at least outside spirit and intelligence. I know someone put up a post about it like a while back, but I believe like Afflatus had some what's the word, like relations, like commonalities between their users. I'd have to look it up again though. I don't recall. Can't wait for Burton to reaction to Germany at 1943 to 1945. I mean, she already knows, right? She's from 1990. She should know this by now. I don't know if we'll ever go there. We probably won't, but I mean, still. It might work, but that's just asking for drama in Laplace. I mean, technically, you can't have drama if, like, everyone's dead, right? Most people, yes. Emotional preference leads us to make less objective judgments. There are a few posts on Reddit and Twitter that are trying to come up with an explanation, but it's still a bit weird. Yeah. I've seen them. Like, again, things don't fit perfectly, but I think there's some level of commonalities. It's something I'd have to look into. I haven't really touched on it that much. Selling Arcanus exclusive food. Oh, yeah, that might be a problem. There was actually a trace that had to do with Picrasma, specifically about people trying to mass produce and sell Picrasma as treats. I'd have to find it again, though. Like how people didn't come to this ice cream shop. Those were also emotional preferences, fleeting thoughts, not solid objective reasons. Honestly, I don't really understand it. Though the girl solved the ice cream mystery with numbers, she still doesn't truly understand the people behind them. It isn't her fault. A bird is destined to never understand the feelings of a fish. If others are all trapped in a cave, this is the girl that is born to see the vast starry sky on the other side of the rocky walls. Asking her to focus more on the stifling cave around her would be asking too much.
Good.
Fine. The therapist decides to give up, just as she's been telling herself from the beginning. This is none of her concern. Did normal folks die eating Picrasma candies? What, like in the trace? No. They concluded either it did nothing and tasted like nothing to the humans, or they had to take so much that it would kill them. So they were like, hey, maybe don't follow this line of research. I'd have to find the trace, though, specifically. I think it was a Chapter 7 trace. Chapter 6 trace. But suddenly she recalls a story. A story she heard long ago, when she was at the SPDM with her old friends. Chapter 7, do you know how Neptune was discovered?
Huh?
It's a planet, man. That's how it was discovered. That felt long, but I also kept getting sidetracked. Fractal, 2 more, okay. Hang on, I want to find that trace real quick. Atlas, story review. It should have been chapter 6, I believe. This one? Nope. Yeah, it's this one. They're trying to make Krasma candy or something. I had to taste Krasma in my mouth for days now. What is safe for the human body has no effect on Arcanus. Don't even think exactly. You can't feed people the Krasma. If it's good, safe for humans, Arcanus don't get shit. The only thing about putting these things in humans' mouths, if you try to use this pressure, yeah. Chapter 4 and 6 were key, yes. Chapter 6 especially, and 7. Chapter 4. Oh, chapter 4 was the end of the arc. To make sense of their officially speak Krasma, they do not taste good. I can remember it now. Have fun, y'all. Oh, are you heading out? Oh, have a good one, TTT. Have a good one. Have a good one. Okay, logarithmic axis. 1, 2, and next, of course, comes 3. Oh, my throat hurts, man. Let me. Okay. Mesmer Jr. told me the story of Neptune. Using the elegant formula of gravitational theory, people discovered Uranus, but they found that Uranus didn't follow its calculated trajectory. We began to wonder, was the theory wrong? Did they fail to account for something? Wait, what the fuck? That ice cream shop was closing? Yeah, man. That was the whole story. What do you mean? Some people chose to deny it, others to avoid it, but some decided to face the challenge head on. They wanted to prove that what they believed in was correct, so they made a hypothesis. What if gravitational theory wasn't wrong? What if the deviation in Uranus's trajectory was caused by another, as yet undiscovered 8th planet? I feel like I've heard this before. Proving this wasn't too difficult. Astronomers only needed to point their telescopes in the right direction, following the calculations precisely. Uranus, yeah. And then they discovered it. Neptune. Have you seen the mask on trail? I have not seen it yet. I don't know what phototaxis is. I know it's replacing Utsu for this patch. I just don't know what it actually is, though. A reply from across the waves. Really like that story. I think now I understand what people mean by fantasy. People often make decisions that are difficult to understand. Decisions based on sentimental likes and dislikes. But behind those seemingly irrational decisions, there may actually be logic. I mean, even after the gang helped the shopkeeper, I thought, but no, I'm pretty sure she succeeded. After they fixed it, right? I didn't see anything that meant she died. Or, I mean, Jesus Christ. She failed. Mesmer said that people have things they love and things they believe in, so when they find something in the phenomenal world that aligns with these things, they feel happy. I think one way of understanding it is people make their own hypotheses. When those hypotheses are proven, when they find the results that fit the rules, people give them special meaning. I mean, that meaning is invisible and intangible. In the same way, numbers exist in everything, untouchable but real. They all connect to the transcendental world we long for. We make our own hypotheses too. Sometimes we can prove them and discover a new theorem. Sometimes reality tells us, no, you're wrong. I'm glad that my ice cream didn't say no to me. The resolutions at the very start, yeah. This project opened my eyes to something. It has to do with, oh, the phototaxis does? Moth is definitely Grace, right? It has to be Grace. There's no way. I took my problem from a logarithmic axis to the addition axis and turned my numbers into corresponding addends. So now, what are you saying, my dude? I should take my sum back to the original axis.
Too simple.
It's such a simple answer. If only I would have thought of it a bit sooner. Still, I think I'm starting to see the outline of my next square. After that, whenever my research progress stalled, I would go to the museum to relax. It's not as ideal as the beach, but it's nice in its own way. The ice cream shopkeeper is still very grateful to us. Yeah, see, she made it. Every time I go, she tries to treat us to free ice cream. But I've done a lot of jobs for the researchers at the computing center, and I've earned enough points to pay for myself and treat everyone else now. Shopkeeper stopped making the Star of Wonder flavor after the special exhibition ended, but I don't mind. My favorite flavor is chocolate anyway. Her ice cream is really wonderful. Its beautiful geometric shape helps me organize my thoughts. So every time I go to the museum, I choose to eat just the right amount of ice cream. This girl's eating too much ice cream. It's so over for her. Don't be shy. Eat as much as you like. There's plenty more where that came from.
Great!
Don't you worry about that. I never pass up
Fantastic.
a repeat. Jesus Christ, Medpop, please. You don't have to shout every time. And what does this prove? That good things happen to good people.
So gross.
37, you get paid with meal packs. I like to imagine a human-sized moth pretending to be Manus. Really, you two, don't you feel any shame over accepting 37's ice cream benefits on her behalf? I know I don't. Of course you don't.
What?
More seriously, it's not recommended to consume ice cream in large quantities. Be careful not to get a stomachache, 37. If I'm not mistaken, you've had more than one cone already. Don't worry, this is only my third cone today. I guess she needs it. She's thin as a rail. 1 and 2 make 3, representing the virtues of moderation and prudence. 3 ice creams couldn't possibly be too much.
A perfect number.
But perhaps 4 is a better number. It's the smallest composite number among positive integers, the greatest miracle, the most perfect number. Clearly 4 is a better final answer. I feel like the most perfect number is supposed to be 6.
I reject.
You mean you want another one? I don't recommend it.
Why?
4 is obviously better than 3.
Nice.
I think 10 is better myself. It's the smallest
Nice.
2-digit number in the decimal system, and when you write it in the tens column, it only counts as a 1. How cool is that?
I have to remind you.
But just a friendly reminder, this refreshments area doesn't have a restroom. I think someone needs to visit Tooth Fairy, actually. He's gonna start losing teeth, man. I don't think Medpop minds. Shopkeeper probably makes 500 a day. Yeah, that is true. She's doing well for herself. She's fine. I often see my friends Mesmer Jr., X, Medicine Pocket, and Ezra there. They're all fascinating people in their own rights. Being with them often reminds me of the times we spent with Sophia and even with 210. Even with 210, just like an afterthought. Sometimes we see Pathadia and Desert Flannel. They're Ezra's friends from far away. I guess she has to make friends with the stupid ones too, just to balance it out, you know? Pathadia is a positive integer and always full of energy, while Desert Flannel is a bit like Mesmer Jr., a fraction who can be strict with herself at times. They're fascinating too. But then one day we received bad news, terrible, heartbreaking news. All things in the phenomenal world are uncertain and unstable. I have known this truth for a long time, but it still came as a surprise.
Hey!
Sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to let you know, the ice cream shop's closing. Again, Jesus Christ.
Huh?
At this point, we just let her fail, right? What nonsense is now? Look at this lying line. Are you really telling me you can't even manage with this much success? The IRS on her ass. No, it's not that I need to close, but I did some math, just like 37 taught me. I've been making good money recently, but once this rush is over, my revenue won't be as high. Even with decent daily earnings, it would take over 2 years for me to break even. She has been in the red for ages, holy. I thought, why not hand the shop over, like someone did to me? If I sell it while it's hot, I can recoup my investment.
Fine.
Motherfucker, yeah, exactly, what the hell? It sounds like you've changed your thinking and improved your reasoning skills. I guess that's a good thing. But if the shop is closing, soon I'll have no ice cream to eat. I'll never see those beautiful dodecagrams again, which is definitely not a good thing.
No.
But that's not the worst part. So that's it. After all we went through, I'm still gonna have to live life without these cones. What happened to your brain?
What?
Regardless, I must say it's a very rational decision. Don't worry, ma'am. I support you fully. And if this unreasonable customer tries threatening you, you can contact the curator over there. Hey Ezra, is this allowed? Do something.
But
Transferring ownership of the shop isn't a violation of her contract. Can't abuse my power on this one. So he has abused his power and stuff. What will I eat when I go for my walks? Those visitors passing by, I bet they taste terrible. Anyway, what's the new owner gonna sell here? Can he even eat chocolate? He's a dog, right?
I heard that.
I heard he's going to sell beans and all kinds of weird flavors, you know, like crab, scale, demonic. What? Snail eyeball? Beans? Who would want to eat snail eyeball flavored beans?
Object.
We can't eat beans.
Huh?
You don't mean that eating beans is against your religion, do you? It absolutely
course.
is. Eating beans is a terrible sin, the worst sin imaginable. If you eat beans, you'll be sentenced to death.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, no offense, but that sounds a bit harsh. Considering you're not from our school and we're not on the island, you won't get punished. But I can't eat them all the same. What a shame. A shop mutated from selling beautiful ice cream into evil beans.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, but you're eating chocolate ice cream. Isn't that the same as eating beans?
Huh?
Oh no, she's gonna find out. Oh no. Chocolate ice cream is made from chocolate, and chocolate is made from cocoa beans. Cocoa beans are beans. I don't think cocoa beans are actually beans, though, are they? I guess it doesn't matter, because coffee beans fall into the same thing. Therefore, you've been eating beans. Oh no, her world is falling apart. It's so over.
No.
It's impossible.
No way.
Impossible. If I really ate beans, then I should have been taken by Nebraxis by now. But I haven't been taken by Nebraxis. This result is contradictory, so there's only one possibility. Hypothesis is incorrect. You must be lying to me. From superstar ice cream to Satan's nutsack, name a worse degradation. It's over. This is like the one time she has like vehemently repudiated Medicine Pocket. This entire time. 37, your ice cream's melting. I brought a handkerchief. Here, you can wipe it up.
All right.
Save the poor ice cream. Don't worry, they're not beans. They are, though.
Fine.
Really believe that? You're gonna believe this guy. Maybe your Abraxas is simply on its way. Can we all just have some peace and quiet?
Hey!
Reporter who wants to interview me before the shop transfer goes through is here. Would you like to take a picture together? And thus nobody saw 37 ever. Her mind is broken, her body eaten by... Yeah, exactly. Shit's so over for her. She's done. Most powerful thesis, coping, denial. They're the ones who made this ice cream miracle happen, the young researchers from Laplace. Oh, this is the screen. My hypothesis is correct. Medicine Pocket is lying. Chocolate ice cream isn't beans. It's true that cocoa beans have beans in their name, but they're from the Malvasia family, not the Fabaceae family. What's more, cocoa beans are processed into chocolate ice cream.
For instance...
It's like getting a very bad negative infinite non-repeating decimal. Like 1.1414 blah. It can't be written as a ratio of two integers, and the string of digits after the decimal point never ends. It looks awful. However, if we square it, it makes 2. A favorable number.
Yes, exactly.
So there's nothing wrong with chocolate ice cream. I don't know if that's true. I hope you can try ice cream too. I asked Regulus to bring you some, along with this letter. I've enclosed for the papers, journal clippings, and printed materials I've collected. You can use these to update the island's database. Wow. She's actually being civil with Regulus, that's crazy. We've also gathered many new puzzles proposed by mathematicians from the outside. Some are extremely challenging, and I already have ideas for a few solutions. Show us the shouting. Root of 2 mentioned, yeah! Oh, that's right, 1.414 is root of 2. Sophia's a chocolate bean? Yeah, because she likes chocolates, and she likes Sophia, right? But to be fair, I'll give you some time to work on them too. That way we can exchange our thoughts on the next letter. And there's also this newspaper. Mesmer found a report on me and suggested I send it to you. Send it so you can see how well I'm doing for yourself. I'm doing for yourself. All in all, I'm happy here, and my research is progressing. This time, I'll find a better answer. It might not be perfect, but I believe it will be good enough.
And then...
I wonder how the eating beans sin started. I mean, it was derived from Pythagoras. For whatever reason, Pythagoras just really hated beans. I believe there was a reason. I don't remember what it was though. Like I remember reading about it. Okay. We all return to the island, and Sophia will come back too. We'll all share the light of truth. Just no, that's not gonna happen. No, that's not happening. You may have noticed that the total word count of this letter is a palindrome. I trust you understand what I mean. Just don't try writing me a short reply. That would be cheating. I look forward to your reply. Translation of what she said is that if you take something and turn it into something else, it will no longer be the first thing. But I mean, like, no. Like she was very much against that logic in chapter 4 or chapter 5, right? Can I be coping this hard? The amount of coping is fucking ludicrous. Yeah, exactly. Because like, apparently, if you eat something that has eaten a bean, that counts as eating beans, right? According to Apeiron. I think most of them are basically uneatable if you don't cook them correctly. Oh, really? I don't know how beans work, man. I just know they come in cans, and I put them in burritos. As the last stroke falls in the letter, the writer successfully completes her declared goal. There's no need to count again. The reader confirms this to be the case. Ha! He left. Upon unfolding the letter, the young man unmistakably expresses his first sign of emotion. Of course, the other party present doesn't miss the significance of the moment. There she is. Oh, she's in her, like... I did not know this one was canon. This outfit was supposed to be a world without the storm, right? Did you smile? I thought that pale, gloomy expression was welded to your face. Coco's not from the same family as beans. No, it's not. It's a real thing, and I think it was something about human souls of the dead contained in beans. Oh, is that what it was? I remember reading something about that. I couldn't remember exactly what the reasoning was. You mean by definitions, I can be vegan if I only eat parts of the cow? I mean, I guess. By that cope, yeah. Yo, our favorite nihilist, yeah. And this one.
Regulus!
Oh, they're both in their, like, fancy little outfits. She got another ship. She got 2 new ships, actually. As per the end of chapter 7, or chapter 9. 9? 9. There are 2 new boats for Regulus to destroy. The one who counts sand. Alright, one last one. My throat is killing me. Okay. The one who counts sand. One day we'll know the answer to that number. Water breathing, holy. Regulus and Sonetto dripped off. Yeah, I really wish I had gotten Regulus's skin, but I don't use her enough for it to be worth it. Sorry, Regulus didn't mean to offend. We meant to say... Now we only need for Six to dress up. I am so looking forward to what Six gets for his Discovery skin. I hope it's good. Meanwhile, Matilda was throwing hands with the demon actually, though. Regulus with white rum, yeah. No one knows why he doesn't eat beans, and there are many variations of this reason. Yeah, I believe they were just theories. I don't know if anyone actually had a straightforward, like, answer. This is why, right? 37 mentioned preparing a gift for me.
Oh.
Alright, you mean the ice cream. Burton just went through eldritch horror and almost died in Brazil. Yeah, they're just chilling back here. You know, ice cream melts, right? I couldn't get my brand new Apple III. I couldn't let my brand new Apple III get all sticky, could I? So I ate it for you. You can thank me if you want. Much obliged. Oh no. Well, you're welcome. But now it's the ice cream thief's turn to feel awkward.
My apologies.
I'm sorry. As for the other items, 37 cents, please place them here. I'll put them away later. It's nice to see that they still have contact with Six, though. Please remember to check them. I left a list here, too. Not to brag, but it was real hefty. Eesh. This is such a nice looking skin. I wish I had gotten it. We're in a hurry to get back to the Foundation, so hurry up and reply, and we'll take it back with us. Time ain't on our side. Enigma and Lucy are probably here too? Oh, because they're with, well, I don't know about Enigma, I know Lucy's with Merton. In the suitcase, right? Surprisingly, the young man shakes his head.
No.
There's no rush for now.
Hmm.
You sure? Not to stick my beak in where it isn't welcome. That kid's a right loony at times, but she's still a kid at heart. Are you worried about her at all? 37 sends in puzzles. I need time to think through the answers. It's an evasive answer, but the rockin' pirate simply stares into his expressionless face and, after a time, accepts it. Righto, that's what you want. Regulus. I'll go get the ship ready. My new partner, I need some time to bond. She has a bit of a touchy temper sometimes.
Okay.
Understood. I'll wait here. Senator watches her companion leave. You seem troubled. You're right. I hope at some point Six will join us in the band story. I hope so. I'm not sure. It feels like his story is done, which, I don't know. The young man's gaze is calm as still water. Under his silent scrutiny, Senator decides to voice her concern. I've been thinking about 37. I'm not sure if keeping things the way they are is the right thing to do anymore. I'm joining late. Oh, welcome in, Simp. Welcome in. We're on the last node, but these nodes have been long, so we probably still have a little bit to go. We're on the last node. How much did you miss out on? We're on the final node of the anecdote. She's brave. Even facing the worst, she never backs down, leaving her home alone to find new answers in the outside world. Admire her. I'm not here to judge your school's philosophy. Our Peyron has provided us with numerous ways to combat the storm. I think I missed everything. We got a little bit more towards the end. We're at the end, but there's still a bit more. Only 37 still seems to believe that finding the truth will solve everything, even what happened with Sophia and your fellow islanders. But can that truth truly solve everything? The young man remains silent. Senato takes a deep breath and continues.
Maybe.
Sometimes
That's just...
Are you gonna voice a line? She's not. Sometimes bad things just happen. People have to accept it and move on. Wait, the shopkeeper? She didn't mention if the pay was good or bad anything. She said the pay was good, just it wasn't consistent, right? Like once the rush is over, they're fucked. I don't think Six will join his mentality that if you intervene in something, you will only have pain. That's true, right? It very much feels like Six's story has concluded. He doesn't feel like he's going to be there. She quit it because the revenue wouldn't be as high as, but yeah, exactly. And she wouldn't be able to sustain it. She chose to sell out for money, which is fair. My curse is lifted, got all at 120. Holy, isn't 130 guaranteed? Jeez. And did both raids up to SSS, triple SSS. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Should have given up on mine when losing 50 at 30, yeah. I mean, it's limited and not as strong, so why not? She could have been well off even after the hype. She did mention it would take around 2 years to pay off her debt, which I guess she just didn't want to deal with that. Someone needs to tell 37. Tell her those friends of hers who returned to the essence won't come back. Tell her that maybe there is no truth that can bring Sophia back. While she's been searching for the truth, we've avoided telling her it. Maybe that's not the best thing for 37. We're in danger of letting her waste her time and effort only to find out it was all for nothing. Maybe we should tell her before that happens. Her composure buckles as she finishes each phrase. Senator knows she is crossing a line with these words. She looks up to observe the young man's expression. Well, now we know they can return, just a bit different. Imagine just randomly still melted. I'm still convinced that if you die, or if you've lived your entire life in a storm safe site, there's nothing to reverse to, right? Like, you never existed in the timeline because the storm safe sites don't exist in the timeline. So there's nothing for them to, like, come back as, you know? But, I mean, that's just a theory. I don't actually know if that's certain, like, the case for certain. Six shows no anger. He simply turns his expressionless face once more.
No.
There's no need. Everything you wish to say to her, 37 already knows. Probably with his purple mummies. I would love 888 as a playable character. She looks so cool. Like, the full armor, that looks so cool. You care about 37, and I'm deeply grateful for that, but there's a certain misunderstanding I must correct for you. Finally stopping on Twitch, huh? I mean, after seeing how, like, sparse reverse was on Twitch, I figured, hey, why the hell not? She may still be a child, but she observes everything that happens in the phenomenal world with precision beyond any of us. 37 isn't blind. It's just that her faith remains strong no matter what. I think this group is not yet aware of the existence. No, they probably aren't. I don't think they've rendezvoused with Burton yet. Oh, and welcome into Chip. I should have said that earlier. Welcome in. So tired. 6 turns, facing out of the distant sea, but his gaze seems to pierce further and deeper beyond it. Allow me to put it this way. How many grains of sand do you estimate there are on this beach? Too many.
Huh?
The theory of needing to exist in timeline in order to be reversed is kind of, I don't know. I mean, why really everything seemingly is reversed randomly? Like, don't... Yes, but I mean, like Carson had something to reverse back towards because he was... No, wait, I'm wrong. No, because Carson actually existed in timeline. Carson actually existed in timeline, no. I don't know. It's just my thoughts on it. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know. We don't know if that's the case or not. It's possible. I don't know. Was Bro aware of it? Carson was aware of it, yes. Or at least it's implied that he was. Sand. Probably World War I, if we're going by the timeline, by like 1929, right? He mentions trenches in a war dog. The abrupt change of topic causes Sonetta's eyes to widen. She dutifully looks around the sprawling beach. Perhaps 100 million? A billion? What are we talking about? Oh, sand. He was old in the 20s. He could serve during World War I. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of... I don't know what wars came before World War I, if any came recently enough. But he definitely implies that he was a serviceman at some point. Carson would be 60 in 1929. Okay, so he would have been like 40-ish during World War I. He was born in the year that the storm caught Carson. Oh, was he? Oh, that's an interesting point. I haven't looked into his notes or anything. I'm sorry, I really don't know. I don't need an exact number, just an estimate within an acceptable range. There are numerous methods to obtain an answer. The Fermi estimation is one of them. Damn, that might actually might imply some, yeah, like they actually just reincarnate. Sonetto blinks, like literal reincarnation. I've studied that, yes. Oh, but it doesn't line up with Tuesday though, right? Because we had what's her name? Bonnet was her name? The previous Tuesday existed within the same time frame. And then Paulina as well. I've studied that. Yes, you're correct.
My apologies.
Only, sorry, I still don't understand what you're saying. But would that mean anything? Earth was in 1.6, ancient as China in 1960 British. Technically China was only early 1800s, so not ancient. Erd, I think, is a special case. I think she's a very similar case to Verton, because I feel like they're both derived from the same reference, which makes me think their characters are going to be similar. Definitely not the same, because Erd can get reversed, just her reverse seems different, because it's consistent. Erd is special because of the marble chair, but Tuesdays were... Is it the... I don't think it's the marble chair. I think it's just the way she is. Because Erd and Burton are both based on the... Or at least the references are pulled from the Norse Norns, right? The Guides of Fate. Which means there should be a third one. Would Carson and Duncan be genetic twins? Possibly. I don't actually know. It's weird because the reversed people substitute existing people in appearance. The public squares likeness changed compared to the original photo, so it's not like a reincarnation. Maybe. We don't know for certain if these new iterations ever existed in the true timeline or not. I don't think. Actually, we joined Paulina with Paulina's case being reversed. Partially, that means Joe has always been his sister been with his sister. The thing is, Paulina's is weird too, right? Because she was only partially reversed. So maybe partial reverse causes things to fuck up. Listen to my next question. How many grains of sand do you think are there on this planet? The girl's eyes widen further.
Huh?
The whole planet. That must be very large. A very large astronomical number. Something no one could possibly find. Oh. For the first time, the young man nods. You see it now. This number is just very large, but not infinite, so it is possible to devise an approximate answer. Archimedes pointed this out over 2,000 years ago. He claimed that even if sand filled the entire cosmos, the number wouldn't exceed 10 to the 63. His knowledge of the universe was limited by his time, so while his estimation might not have been accurate, his method remains above reproach. The answer must be many myriad, but not infinite. It's finite. So then you mean... Sonero looks at the sand beneath her. The average mind cannot imagine numbers like 10 to the 63, but this first-class graduate of the SPDM understands what the young man wishes to convey. Duncan is 61, oh shit. He's around the 1990s, so around... Yeah, around the same time, isn't it? You believe that what 37 is searching for exists. But even if he wasn't born in 1929, it's not consistent with Bonnet, right? Bonnet and Tuesday. Because Bonnet and Tuesday existed in the same time, but they're definitely different people. Yet, even if it exists in this world or anywhere beyond, finding it will be extraordinarily difficult, but not impossible. Sonero lifts her eyes up from the not quite endless grains of sand, matching her gaze with that of Six's own. You see a young girl is determined to calculate that very, very, very large number. I can confirm one thing. 37 made this hypothesis herself. Now, she is trying to prove it. And until she disproves it herself, no attempt at telling the truth from any of us will shake her from it. So it's not like 37's clueless. She knows. She knows it's highly unlikely. Oh man, that was a long one. Okay. Overall, I think it was a good anecdote. Like, it really showed us just 37 fucking coping constantly. I do think it was a little long. I think some parts of it could have been cut out safely, like without actually affecting anything too much. Especially just like just them talking, you know? Like, it didn't need to include all of that, but I don't know, man. It was an enjoyable one. I did like it. I just think it was a bit padded out in certain areas. Okay. I'm tired. I think that's the longest one I've read in a while.
Take this!
Ice cream is the best treat because of the shape, trust. Yeah, man, and the beans aren't actually beans, so it's okay to eat. How do I craft this shit? I will look into this later. Let's look at Phototaxis, and then I'll call it for the night. The trailer for Phototaxis, and I'll call it for the night. How do I do this? How do I do this? Let's see, pull up YouTube. This is my capture one right now. Opera EXE. Okay. Kill that. Nice. And let me kill the volume on this as well. Hang on, I really need to use the restroom actually, Jesus Christ. That was, yeah. I've been holding that in since the start of the 6th node, so it was something. Okay, let me read back here real quick. Ice cream shape is the best because, okay, I read that. So, to be honest, I love the reverse 999. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad at all. It definitely adds to it. It's just, I don't know, in this case, I feel like it went a little long at parts, you know? Surprisingly happy considering I started with 37 at the lowest point when Mesmer, exactly. She was stuck in a rut. She didn't know what she was doing. She had no friends. She was fucking all grungy from being inside the entire time. Like, yeah. Enriching, interesting. 37 with rope the moment she sets foot in China. Oh no. Discovering poverty, illiteracy, degeneracy. Yeah, like the actual everything of the world. Mr. Perrin, this means you probably watch furry hentai. And what do you mean? What? Excuse me? It's not. How would I even find that on YouTube? It's not on YouTube. They don't let you have that shit on YouTube. What? All right. I am so confused. I don't know how that conclusion came to be. Photo text, right? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Me trying to figure out fucking restream. Jesus Christ. I don't know what I expected to come up, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. Wait, is the reverse sound still coming through? It is. Jesus Christ. No, it's not. Okay. We're good. Watch history off, you hide something. Oh, no. This is just my streaming channel. My personal channel is on a different browser. I don't put that I don't use the same shit. I try to keep this one as sparse as possible so I don't get distracted by stuff. It's this one, right? No, this is the old one. I mean, this is the Chinese one. Hang on, I'm still getting sound on my section. Let me kill this real quick. Settings, sound, just crank that all the way down. Okay. I still don't know what this is about. Let's see.
On a separate note, Moth, our mole planted within Manasvin Dictate,
Moth.
has sent us some new information.
Access and study. Moth analysis. Challenges and imagination powers. Explore different thought processes. The meeple are cute. I'll go back and check. So what is this mode? I still don't understand. Bro, use 2 times speed. What are you doing? This shit funny. Not less a little kitten. What? I'm so confused. Oh my god. What have they done to her? Is this harder than older too? I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Oh right, the drowned girl's skin. Night in Sao
They
Paulo.
don't look like seagulls. Or am I mistaken?
Oh look, Sophia. Route 2.
Forget it.
Okay, this tells me nothing. This tells me literally nothing. Wait, let me go back. What is this? So I'm guessing these are buffs, yes? Buffs and debuffs? Cognitive dissonance. I don't understand. So what's different about this mode? It seems just like your usual stuff, but you get more buffs or something? I'm coping for Jay. Oh no. Is this like a regular work day for Mesmer? I would assume so, yeah. She can indeed. You are advised to have double teams at one stage. Root of 2. Utu but for Moth side. So we're gonna be playing the role of our mole. Is that what this means? Why did Nala show up? Why is she? Oh, I guess Moth would be Grace, right? Oh, is this when Kateria found her eating the fucking chicken? Is that what that's supposed to represent? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Moth has to be Grace, right? It has to be. Each team attacks in turns. Like we pick one, they pick one. Turn AP until AP runs out. Oh. Oh, so it's like super turn based. Okay. This is the second half. It is the second half. Yes. When does this happen? Does it say? It doesn't say. Check on reverse. On the game itself. The source back on. Next week. When next week? Let's see. 6 days. Oh shit, I didn't realize it was still that much time. Okay. That's just a nice callback. I thought it was gonna be released today. Oh. Okay, because I mean I still need to go through this fucking thing, which I hear is also 2 hours long. I hear people I've heard like divided things on this. People either really love it or just don't want anything to do with it. So I don't know, man. Should we check a playthrough? Yeah, we could. Turn that on, turn that off. Hotel. 6 days of doing nothing, be like, yeah. I mean, I'm still not done with the events, so. This is the new shit, isn't it? I don't know, version 2.2.
It's not fair. Even when I cheat, I still lose. Who knew
There's balanced reviews, but it's fun for me. Okay. Oh wait, so actually, we'll do this first. I'm not watching all 28 minutes of this. Show me the combat.
The connection between beholds the phenomenal world.
I don't understand.
Perfectly understood. Please allow me.
So it's like one action at a time? Why isn't the critter attacking? And also, why even bother having the rest of the track there?
Space, fly, my numerical friends.
Kind of long for 40 stages. White Rum's 40 stages? God damn. I get addicted to White Rum. It's proper puzzle strategy mode, so if you don't like... I like puzzles. Okay, wait, so... I've heard it referred to as both... I mean, the White Rum event, I've heard it referred to as both Bejeweled and card game, like TCG. Which one is it? Is it both? How does this work? Because I love TCG. I play Magic, man. I think this is going to take long. Not many cutscenes in the travel log, so the card gets refilled. I'm blanking here, but... Okay, I don't understand. Okay, so basically, just one card trading off, but for some reason the enemies aren't attacking. It's both, okay. You get resources like jewels. Actually, let's just fucking look at the playthrough. White Rum travel log with me. Let's see what this gameplay looks like.
Orange materials.
So this is okay. This is jewel shit. And I'm guessing that's the card. What?
To unlock Mr. Duncan, we need to collect 30 blue materials. And
you know what? I'm sure when I learn how to play it, it'll be fun. You get resources like Jewel, then planning our troops. They start to attack when we run out of AP. It goes Bejeweled mode. Oh, this is... With Bejeweled mode to get resources in strategy mode, though help battles work kind of more like puzzles. Candy Crush good points and use. I see. So a bit half and half then, huh? Okay. I might actually enjoy this one.
Fender. And then, if you're lucky and have collected enough, when you reach around 100 plus for the yellow number, place Mr. Duncan. Then continue the cycle to increase.
Alright. My main gripe with a lot of these little mini games is just that, I don't know, a lot of times for like, especially like Genshin and Star, I know I shouldn't be comparing the two, but like when they introduce mini games, it's like, yeah, here are all these new mechanics. You're never gonna need them again aside from this like one thing, but learn it anyways. And it's like, I don't know why I need to do that. It's hella fun watching people breaking the game by making a unit have over 8 million power. Oh, that does sound fun, yeah. Just hyper buffing shit. I have no volume. Have you gotten a mutated? No. I wish. I've been I'm trying to figure out how to get triple S in all categories. I think okay, so when you breed, okay, I don't even know if I should be asking this because I don't think anyone will know, but when you breed critters, are the inherited stats based on their base value or what you chose to level up when you were training them? Because if it's just base value, that is easy, right? But if it's what you chose to train, that's a fucking pain in the ass. Getting triple S seems to, yeah, we need to repeat them a lot. I think I've neglected the combat gameplay for a while now. We wish for the mutated fluffy ball, yeah. I want a mutated one of the, this fucking thing. This thing looks cool as hell. Trepidero. Reverse 99 is a visual novel game. Let me see, where's my slaves? Alright, trade. What do I need to fucking trade for here? There we go. I need these little effigies things, need cans. Actually, this one I can complete fairly quickly. Thing is, I don't know if I can craft these things. I can't. What are these? What the hell are these? We'll just have 2 of these. Guess we need these. Craft 2 of those. Actually, we can just keep crafting these. Sure. That's a lot of 200%. They're all 200%. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I was just ignoring chat. Oh, hang on. You have to remix training them. Yeah. The X stat can be increased when you breed. I assume so. The stats improve with mixing. Currently training them to beat them again. I don't have money for that. I just buy the cosmetics a lot. I'm gonna get a mutated fluffy ball for. I think I have that one. Oh wait, Cartoncle, right? Is that one considered a mutation? Because I got one of those. I got this little dude. How do I even get mutated? They're just random. Mutated critters are just random from breeding and pulling. The monster looks 1-1 with the real one that was mentioned in 2.1. Which one? Oh, do you mean Tripodero? Yes. Yes. It was mentioned in the one of the other things. Dodos the goats, actually though. That shit is not breeding, it's just treats. I think there's an lot of things that you're tracking in the market. Yes, there are. It is breeding for mutations. I hate metal zero. So this is mutated. It is? Oh shit. Save the money for the Pog, Joy, Candy. I really can't progress anymore without candy. The Jig-Jog candies, yeah. Your cartangles, put them in transportation, yeah, because they will be doing they don't run out of things. Does it even matter what I train this thing in? I don't think the transportation requires any of these to actually be anything, right? Well, wait, so when I breed shit, right, Like, if I breed these two, obviously efficiency is going to go up because they were both trained in efficiency. But does it take into account just the base stats, or is it what I trained them in for the heritable genes? Or stats, I mean. Because these go up as well, but I'm pretty sure these went up in when I got the special event. So if I want to target a specific thing, like a specific stat, do I need to train in that stat, or is it just what they bred for? And you will do, I guess. Okay. Don't need to even care for it to just get reshot, yeah. Stats don't matter for Carlo. They're good for getting achievements since mixing them will cost only one key thing. The base stats are the same. I mean, I know the base stats are the same, but I'm the growth rate, the multiplier. Like, the multiplier, is this determined by what I chose to train? Or is it just based on the base stats of the, or the base multipliers of the original parents? Right? Like this 1.55. Is this 1.55 because I trained efficiency? Or is it because both parents are base 1.43? Been missing 2 6-star squares all this time. I'm doing the wrong thing. Yeah, apparently you're just supposed to mash these fucking birds together until you have enough to run an army. You can train the critter with another one that is higher in the liking stat, kind of. Based on the parents. Okay, so I don't have to worry about training. Okay. Well, I mean, I do have to, but I don't have to, like... That's good to know. And I'm so fucking annoyed, because I'm trying to get a Splinter Cat with with specialty, but... I don't have the specialty trainer. I don't know who the specialty trainer is for the fucking cat. I only have Nala. Alright.
Foolish.
And then train the new critters then, but yeah. If you breed mutated stuff, do they make more mutated, or is that literally just a random roll? Slap any trainers that are good specialties. Oh, really? Wait, I thought they don't get the bonus if you don't use the right it's Druvis. I don't fucking Druvis. God damn it. I thought they don't get the bonus if they're not for that animal specifically. Is that not the case? So let's see here. So presumably I don't have the cat in here. Okay, fuck it. Huh. There's a chance to get a mutant one. Oh, but I mean, is breeding two mutants of the same type a higher rate, or is it just random? Her being Cartonkel is fitting, I guess, because she's also a freak. Did I stop my production? I didn't even finish doing this. Holy shit. Okay. I don't need anything. Oh, I need these blue rocks. And these require what, mica? Right? Amalgam. I kind of wish you didn't have to go through like a million different steps to craft shit, just because it's hard for me to keep track of this stuff. I'm not good at this sort of management. But it is what it is. We're gonna hold off on this because I want to stack up these things for the blue cubes. What does it need? Bags and butterflies. Bags? Right? Okay. Got 7 Tripodera so far. I'm so wrong. Oh no. A lot of dodos. They cost a lot to mix. Yeah, they do. Holy. There's a cube box. Could have been gotten SSS critters at the point. Been wasting jig jogs. Yeah, how much have you been breeding your Tripoderos? Holy. Also, if you get orange or Goodman critter, you shouldn't waste them on training them. Oh, I have been training them. Well, I mean, you need to train them, right? Because you can't use them. Oh wait, no, because they only go in here, right? So you don't actually need to train them. Right. I was training them just for the missions. Also, low-key flexing, why not? Being in the same species has a chance to get a meeting, but not a different one. Okay. Don't care about rarities, all critters deserve the right to work. Oh no. 7 and counting tripodaires. You know what, man? The tripodaires look cool. That's what matters. Yeah, for morale boost. I see. So you don't even need to... So, carbuncles. Okay, wait. So, can I just kill these? Can I just rehome all of this shit? Like, I don't think I need all this, right? Because I just need the fucking birds. They can chill in the playhouse. Oh, I see. I can? Alright. I'm gonna murder those guys later. They're going to the glue factory. I don't like how it resets. There's no setting for that, is there? It's kind of annoying. Alright. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, you can? Okay. I will. Okay. Probably not gonna have another stream this week. I do want to go through White Rum before the next round of stuff starts. So probably gonna get to that on Monday, most likely. And then we'll see. But yeah, it's 6:30. I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you all for coming in. It was fun. Bye.